JSU students, we know how much you love cheering us on game days.
But there's something bigger than winning the big game. Your vote.
Voting is your chance to make a difference just like we do on the field.
So this November, let's make a play for change.
Get registered, stay informed, and show up on game day, November 5th.
Let's make a big time play together. Go vote.
Be our vote.
Great day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Happy to be back on with you guys. Took a much needed break on Monday. Just had to get refreshed, man. You know, take a break, a lot of traveling. And then besides just the bye week, I know we were probably anxious to discuss the happenings of the game versus Alabama A&M on this past Saturday, and expect the crew to be up at some point. But I mean, hey, as you guys come in the room, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and I appreciate you guys for rocking with us, man. I really do. Yeah, I absolutely needed a break. 6 games in, six. I mean, it's 6 road trips for me. You know, every game is a road trip. Every game is a away game. Even a home game is an away game for me. So it's always good to be able to, you know, take a step back. I put that out on Twitter for those of you who follow the page. If you don't, go to Twitter/X and follow at KC-1400MG. Just sometimes you got to take a step back. Sometimes you got to take a step back and just listen, observe, and, you know, quick to listen, slow to speak. It's kind of how I've been. Very satisfied with where we are as a team right now, as a program. I really am. And we'll delve into that. Got a lot to talk about, man. And I don't know if we're going to get everything out that I want to get out. I was pumped up about what's up, bro? I was pumped up about getting to this show this evening, and just gotta work through some emotions right now. I don't even know how to do this other than to do it. You know what I mean? It's anyway. How you doing, bro?
I'm a little tired, man, but I'm good. I'm here.
That's good, bro. That's good. I shared with you guys kind of what kind of fell in my lap. Listen, man, I don't know. Anyway, I just, you've been down this road before, bro. I don't, you know, for those who don't know, I'm not gonna put that pretty much out there, but just say a prayer for my family, man. My mother is she's gonna be good, bro. She's gonna be good, but she didn't have a good day. You know, I just say it that way. And just kind of got that news like right literally beforehand. So the show gives me a something to do to distract my mind, you know, so I'm not too anxious, bro, right? About the possibilities, you know, but God's will and his plan is sovereign, man. So we just kind of go with it. What you gonna do, right? You know what I'm saying? And but no, I thinking about my moms, while I'm doing this. You know, I know she's getting a rest right now, and in the hospital right now. But she's gonna be fine, man. She's gonna be fine. I know she will. She's a tough lady, man, and just you know had something come up today. So I'm gonna get through this, and I don't know how. I don't even know how to feel right now, bro. I'm just kind of. It's a little different. I mean, I'm all the way this far away, you know, on this side of the country, and kind of want to be there. You know what I mean? So I'm on the edge of like being super emotional and then really like just being locked in all at the same time. So it's kind of it's a difficult type of position to be in, but it's okay. So the show must go on, and the show gives us an opportunity for a little minute, bro, to take a break, man. You know what I mean? Life be lifing, dog. You know what I'm saying? It be lifing, bro. It be lifing, man. But you only get one set of parents. I still got both my mom and my pops, you know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed and thankful for that. But just in a reflective space right now. Not so much as that anything, not doom and gloom, but it was just something just kind of fell in a lap, man. Mom's in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? Had a little scare. And we hope that's all it is, right? And then we'll just go from there. But my mom, you know, my mom means everything to me. You know, I was a mama's boy coming up, baby. I'm the baby of her 5 kids, and shout out to all my siblings, you know what I mean? And just wasn't expecting that one, dog. You know, we talked earlier, bro. And we talked on the phone earlier, man, and we had a good conversation. And then just like that, bro, it's like, whoa. So this is the only way I know how to deal with this type of stuff, man. My mind is, I'm a real deep thinker, bro. And my mind is not friendly sometimes. When it grabs things, it holds it, and it just kind of goes far left with it. You know what I'm saying? So I have to, you know, stay locked in. So I appreciate y'all for pulling up tonight, man. I'm gonna definitely, it's gonna be a great show. I can promise y'all it's gonna be a great show. And I'm thinking about my mom's while I do it. I know I make her proud, you know what I'm saying, for what we do. And I just want to say this, man. And I have a reason why I'm going there, because I get the pleasure and the privilege of being able to be home, even though I don't live in my hometown. I get to be home, TD. Often, and I kind of didn't do something this time. You know, I kind of got in and got out because we went to Mobile, and I elected not to go by there because I was like, I'm gonna just roll out. You feel me? And so that's kind of on me today. So go ahead and take it, bro.
Good evening, Tiger Nation.
We're gonna go however this go, bro. However it go. Y'all know me, man. I only just I wear my emotions on my sleeve, bro. So you know how it go. But go ahead, bro.
I mean, you're good. I mean,
Just, I'll say this: I never go home again, bro. And not.
Tiger Nation. As you can see, Brother Ken is dealing with some things right now. You know, it all works itself out. You know, at the end of the day, you know, there's only so much we can do in this life, and there's only so much that we can control. You know, so let's do the best we can. Y'all come on in the room, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I want to let you know, we do really appreciate all you guys do, all the support that you give, all the kind words that you speak. I hope you guys going out watching the videos, you know, the content that, you know, that was dropped. And
hey man, look, I just need to get that out. I've been holding that one in. I tried to get it out before the show. I'm sorry, y'all. But then again, I'm not. Anyway, I wasn't canceling the show. I wasn't doing that, bro. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing that. I needed this one because I needed this escape. And what's crazy, bro, I just left. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I know I'm not hard on myself and nothing like that. I just made it. This is what I got from this, and I think I'm a positive thinker, man, and I know everything gonna be just fine. But I'll make sure, bro. You know, whenever I go home, I won't pass up the opportunity to spend that time, bro, because that's kind of what's on my mind today. You know, my brother hit me up, my brother that's in Dallas, and kind of let me know what was going on, and you know, so hey. But hey, listen, it's still gonna be a good show. Cause I mean, for those that know me, I don't pretend to be anything. I am who I am. I am the way that I am. And it's my mom and I have a very unique relationship, as everybody does. It ain't nothing, you know what I mean? But it's a very unique relationship. I just say it that way. And I'm appreciative for this opportunity. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate Zoe, KT Dub, the whole squad. You know what I mean? And it just, I don't know, man. Maybe this is the direction he wanted it to go. You know what I mean? Because I just didn't.
Yeah.
I've been holding back tears for about 3 hours now. So I finally when I get on here and get to talking to y'all, it comes up. I was good till I started talking, but I'm good now. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, something happened since the text message.
No. I just I've been on the edge. I'm not gonna get into the nitty gritty of it, but it's just y'all know what it is, man. It's just the thoughts of that, and she's in good hands, man. So just say a prayer for mom. She's gonna be all right. I know Doug gonna head over there tomorrow, and we'll be fine, man. We'll be fine. So I just need to get it out. I'm gonna tell you because somebody asked me how I was doing, and I said I don't know, right? And I'm only saying it that way. I'm good now. I just need to get that. It was literally on the edge, bro. And I had been fighting it for like the longest. This is just to myself because I was like, I don't want to be emotional right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to do the show, and I'm like, well, maybe I need to be. And then I start talking, and as next thing you know, it just kind of comes on. Now I feel better now. Let's get rolling. Let's roll. But I appreciate y'all, man. It's gonna be a great show. We got a lot to get into tonight, a whole lot. We're gonna talk about the game. We're not gonna preview FAMU just yet. We're gonna touch on a little bit of the stats, bro. That's there, but a lot of changes happening in NCAA right now that needs to be discussed. And listen, we got time right now. We don't play a game this weekend. It's been a long 6 straight weeks, man. So, so we needed the break. We needed the break, man. But I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate everybody. We like I said, we had a very passionate conversation after the game. Is that a good way of describing it, TD? Me and TD got to fussing at each other. No, we wasn't fussing. What would you call it?
Fussing?
We were fussing.
Yeah, wait. It was
when we fussing. It was. That's what brothers do, man. It was like that.
Yeah, it was a lovely disagreement. How about that?
No, I don't know. It wasn't. We didn't disagree. It was just. It was.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
information. It was misinformation.
It was misinformation. I mean, it was.
There you go. There you go, Dre. It was a little spirited. There it was.
Yeah, it was the same soup just being warmed over.
And then too, you know, we shout out Brother Dent, you know, and his wife. They rode with us, and everybody just got kind of quiet. Me and T was just going back and forth. You know, we had to, but we got it. We hashed it out, and it was over within like what 30 seconds, maybe.
Yeah. then I got quiet again. We're going back. And I was like, man, forget that fourth. I'm done. I was like, man, say what I'm saying, it's over.
No, we weren't fighting. He said, all right, bro. I said, all right, man, shoot.
I was just like,
I gotta laugh it off, man. It was
yeah, man.
It was getting transferred to Dub. Dub was like, no, you don't need to tell me what I said. I know I'm speaking on what I'm saying.
I didn't do that. Hey man.
It was like an awkward 5 minutes of dialogue that was just like
I bet Brother Dan was like, man, just let me out.
He didn't realize that's just what we do, man.
Hey, that's not facts. Shout out to the McCasker. They gave me a lot of golden fish.
Hey man, we got some fish, man. Oh, not only that, but how about that ranch flavored shrimp, bro? Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Best shrimp. That might be the best tailgate shrimp I've ever had, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. I ain't gonna even lie. Going off and playing, yeah, we did kind of have a little bit of that, Miss Bach. That, yeah. But it was all in love, though. You know. But let's forget all that. Before we even get to the game, TD.
What up, KT Dub? Hey, man, KT Dub just sitting on like, man, I don't know.
Well, let's just say it this way. I was driving, TD was behind me. He slapped me upside the head, and we wasn't sitting on the front.
I want to live, so you know I understand. He was in control of the wheel. I ain't stupid.
Hey, look, we wasn't both sitting on the front and got the squabbling and nothing like that. It was just no, it wasn't like that. It was just I had to go there because it was funny afterward. We kind of laughed it off afterwards. We got to really chuckle in a good little bit, but TD thought I said something that I didn't say. And I was like, man, I ain't say that. He's like, yeah, you did. I'm like, no, I didn't. Don't put no words in my mouth. We was already frustrated behind the outcome. You should have headbutted TD. Hey, Rodney. Hey, Brother Phillips. What's up, baby? Hey, I was just about to get it. TD, we got to go there.
Hey,
man.
Wait a minute. Is that dude?
Yeah, hey, that's where you got the cigars from, Brother Phillips, man.
Hey, you know what, Brother Rodney? Man, I can't believe that, man. You took sides, bro. Just because you know somebody for the last 50 years and only know me for 30 minutes don't mean you gotta, you know, he was right.
No, it was good though, man. It was all about the game. I think we all just kind of had some misplaced frustration. Obviously, we'll get into it.
Man, you know what? It's those things in those situations, man, that you know bring bonds, man. You have to go through adversity.
100%.
You have to go through stuff, you know, to be a bond to make situations strong. Every day is not going to be 75 degrees with the sun shining. It's not going to be. You know, we got a storm brewing right now in Florida, and I'm praying for everybody that's out there. I hope everybody was able to get out, got some gas and stuff, you know. But you know, for all the gorgeous days they have in Tampa, Florida, in the Florida area, man, now here come a storm. And I don't think they said this area hadn't been hit in almost 100 years, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, man, that's life. Again, life be lifing. You're going to have the good, you're going to have the bad.
Yeah, man. Prayers out to everybody, man, in the Tampa area, Sarasota, Florida, the Orlando, Bethune area, you know, Daytona Beach, everybody, man, that's in the path of the storm. Milton is the name of it. And man, my goodness, you know, I was just looking at it on the TV before I, you know, came and jumped on it. But Tampa got hit 2 weeks ago. Wow, man, what a time. And like I said, man, just hopefully everybody evacuated and got out of there. We know everybody's not able to evacuate, but this is just to get back to back like that, you know, it's going to be, that's tough. I know we're heading over. we're supposed to be heading over to Daytona in 3 weeks, so 2.5 weeks. So, yeah, the hurricane did downgrade after it hit landfall.
Hey, Nicola, don't believe everything he say. Don't it, you know, we know what it is. He and I know what it is.
Okay, awesome stuff, Blue. Storm is gonna be. What's up, Merch? What's happening, bro? Storm is gonna be devastated. I know you guys down in Tallahassee. Hey man, y'all heading over there. We got bro coming over to the Jackson this weekend. Blue, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be over there. All roads lead to Jackson, Mississippi next weekend, man, for the biggest matchup in HBCU football. Brother EA, hey man, keep me. Yeah, man, bro. We're in the North Eyeball now. It's scary as hell. Damn, bro. Be safe out there, man. And we'll all break bread on next Friday, man. We'll try to link up and have some dialogue. We don't plan on having a show. We probably do something pre-recorded like we normally do for the same time frame. We'll have some good stuff out there, but it's a weekend like this about fellowship. Then we compete, we go and compete on the gridiron on Saturday. We not playing, but the players are, and it's gonna be a great game, man. It's gonna be a great game coming down the pipe. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's scale it back real quick, TD. I want to get your thoughts, man. Hell of a weekend. Let me set you up real quick. One hell of a weekend in Mobile. I gotta say, what a treat, man. What a treat to be in the company of Brother Robert Brazile and Brother Vernon Perry, Brother Rodney Phillips, Brother Marcus Dupree, Coach Toe, you name it, bro. It was a fantastic. Brother Dent, his wife. What a weekend, bro. We got a chance to sit down with them on Friday, had a live show. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Then afterwards, like I said, we got a chance to hang out with them. We went to dinner, met up with the McCaskills and Brother Lindsey Horton and his wife, and appreciate it, Brother Steve. Looking forward to seeing you. Steve, you get to come home this next weekend, bro. You get to come home, man. Zelia Drive in the house, man. At times too, but man, just hanging out, man, was awesome. We had a really great day of fellowship, and then Saturday, hey man, something we never really get a chance to do, bro. We kicked it. We went up to Brother Robert Brazile's room, and I gave all of them T-shirts. Gave them all the new J T-shirt as well as the white one, and then we went down and smoked some cigars out front before the game and everything. It was just a great time, man. And then we head over to the game. But I'll pause right there, TD, and let you, because you had a very interactive, I must say, experience. It was entertaining, I know, but we also laid a foundation for so much more to come. You know what I mean? It was a pretty awesome time. So go ahead, bro.
Like you said, man, the weekend was blessed. We really, had a good time. And to me, a good time is determined about each individual, and being in the present in the company of the people that you just named, the JSU legend, Hall of Famers. It was awesome. I mean, I really enjoyed meeting and being with I had already met Brother Brazile. Man, I love the guy. I mean, he's like that. He's like that uncle / grandfather, / cousin. He's everything. He's a friend, a mentor. He's a jokester that he is, and had the career that he had, and still able to get around like he is. It's a complete blessing and really awesome. I enjoyed him. I look forward to talking with him. I'm not afraid of I'm not afraid of him. I'm on the screen back. I'm over here now. I'm on this side. so I'm good now, man. But it started, Ken, when we first arrived on Friday. We met up with he and Brother Rodney. Shout out to Brother Rodney, his wife, Miss Brenda. Yeah. Hey man, I'm tell you something, man. Dr. Brazile. I mean, I said Dr. Brazile, man, far from a doctor. I asked him how he became Dr. Doom, but nevertheless, we met up with them and great people, funny, energetic, and we rolled over to see the statue, bro.
Man, what an honor, man. They've erected a statue. We're told that it's probably going to be in place after Mardi Gras of next year. And we were invited to come back for the ceremony, and we're going to cover it from a media standpoint. We're going to go over there and be with them that week when they do that. Go ahead.
He said that you was invited. You and KG Dub. He said y'all was invited.
Hey, man, yeah.
I said, when is it gonna be? You ain't gotta come.
that right there means be there.
I know.
Yeah, man, that's what that means. But nah, that's the man. Listen, how proud. What we learned is his mom and dad still got his mom and dad. They were both there, and that was beautiful, man. She was just adored, admiring the statue. That's awesome, man. And to be in the company of a, Satchel Paige, man. Come on now, Hank Aaron,
right?
On, you know what I'm saying? And many others, you know what I'm saying? It's just. I always forget the fourth name. I just, for the life of me, I can't remember it. But go to the show. I asked a question, and he did mention that on the live stream. I had to go back and listen to it.
And if you watch the video that he dropped, once we got there on Friday, we met up with them and we went to the area where they was holding the statue. We got there, of course. AD was there.
President Thompson.
Yeah.
Jimmy Williams. Thank you, KT Dub. Sorry about that, man. My goodness, keep going.
Yeah, and they was there, to
Billy Williams.
When we got there to they were looking at the statues, and it was good to see the support of the university there. So shout out to them, for being there, and we had a chance to shake hands and talk and admire the great work, because the statue, that is one of the best statues I ever seen of an impression of a person.
Looked just like him.
I mean, it looked just like him.
That was unbelievable. Yeah, it was.
All staying, everything was just great. I mean, whoever put those, even with the 3 baseball players, whoever did a marvelous job. I mean, hats off and kudos to them, for doing that. So it was, it was a great moment. Again, I can't wait for the unveiling, and I plan to attend.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great moment. Yeah, we got a lot of ideas from that, and what we like to see. Hopefully I just thought it was pretty cool to go over there and see the president as well as our AD present, and it was just a great time, man.
First lady,
will we be going back to Mobile? We'll see. There was a lot of conversations over the weekend, so. It was a great time, man.
But then the biggest thing with that, Ken, is so often people are what we call quote unquote giving their flowers after they're gone. The fact that Robert Brazile, and the love and the passion that he have for Jackson and Jackson State is through the roof. I mean, you guys won't believe how much he talk about Jackson State in the SWAC and how much he loved the SWAC. I mean, so a lot of stuff that goes on, man, he have hands in it, just with the support. Even other coaches and, and the players, right now. I mean, he's very supportive. You very supportive of brother Kevin Den when he got into the HBCU Hall of Fame. I mean, he's a strong advocate, for Jackson and for Jackson State. And the fact that he's able to receive his flowers, which is his trophy, and being honored the way that he is, being in good health, because of course we always talk about, prayers to brother Lynn Barney, whom I'm understanding is not in good health right now. But for for Robert Brazile to be able to move the way he moved, to do what he do, and the support that he's giving back, I mean, it is heartwarming to see him be able to receive this statue and receive this honor by his hometown, by his home city, which is Mobile, Alabama. The fact that they honor him the way that he did, and he's able to see that and accept that is just pure priceless, man. And I absolutely love it. So congratulations and shout out to City of Mobile for honoring one of their greats. I mean, it don't even stop.
All of this, I think all of the Hall of Famers, from what I'm understanding, from what that's the goal,
right?
Is to have something that represents all of the, and that's how you take what you got and expand on it and make it great, and keep doing what you do. So I love it, man. Now that we have to get the great Jack say to come back home, get him to come back home again for sure. Absolutely, man. So let's jump into it, man. You guys know what foundation is. If you'd like to donate to the foundation, you can go to Givelify. I want to shout out sponsors real quick. We'll blow through this pretty quickly. Cannon Toyota of Vicksburg. Even Cannon Nissan of Jackson. Shout out to my brother Will, who took care of our transportation for the weekend. It's a good question, man. And shout out to Auto Masters. You guys know how to just website automasters06.com, 601-927-7794. And as well as ShoutRx. Next time we'll be partnering with ShoutRx will be for homecoming. Go ahead, bro.
I just about that to Travis' question. I can't respond to that right now, sir, because this whole no Diddy thing is in effect. So I won't respond. We'll wait till this go off screen and then I ask you.
I'm gonna leave that one right there where it's at.
Right there where it is.
Right alone.
Right.
Listen, you guys, we have the if you click the link in the chat, I always pin it to the chat, but the website to our collective is actually there. We're looking to grow. And we finalized our flyer for I didn't even put that on there, TD. I guess I'll do it on the next show, but our event, we will be having a fundraiser January 11th, 2025 in Vicksburg. The artwork is amazing. It's going to be a great time, and we'll start pushing the tickets for that event here soon. But yeah, man, click the link. I see a lot of chatter about, we had some players had some good games, TD. We're going to get into it. A lot of people are getting a little nervous. I won't say nervous, but just kind of speaking as far as dialogue in relation to, how we're going to be able to keep players in Jackson. And it's like the coaches are doing a fantastic job of recruiting good talent, bro. You know what I mean? And we just got to build on what we have. Sometimes the answers of what you're looking for is right in front of your face, like literally. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. While we're there, we want to shout out our AD, best AD in the game, our VP and Director of Athletics, Ashley Robinson. He got nominated for 50 under 50, TD. That event's going to be January 25th, 2025. We'll be there. 50 under 50, Mississippi's top urban elite professionals awardee, number 18 is Ashley Robinson. Now, in his 6th year at Jackson State University, Vice President, Director of Athletics, Ashley Robinson continues to lead Tiger Athletics to new heights. Robinson's motto for Jackson State is what? Building on tradition, blazing new trails, and he has done just that and more in leading the way in the elevation of Tiger Athletics. A 2-time National Athletics Director of the Year, 2023 Black Athlete Summit AD of the Year, 2022 Cushman and Wakefield AD of the Year awarded by the National Association of Collegiate Directors of Athletics. Robinson's leadership helped JSU Athletics win the C.D. Henry Award for the best all-around men's sports program in the SWAC 2022-2023. During his tenure, Robinson has led JSU Athletics to 19 championships with the men's basketball team 2021, baseball 2021, football 2021 and 2022, women's basketball 22, each going undefeated in conference play. So wow. Shout out to AD Robinson, man. Congratulations to him. If you want to look at that event, it is 50under50.eventbrite.com. Go ahead and grab your tickets. And we're proud of you, bro, as always.
Congratulations. Hey, man, those are some great numbers.
And the numbers. We looking to get him up to 25, man. We need 25 championships, you know what I mean? So one in football, we hope, coming up this year. We'll see, though. We'll see. But congratulations to A.D. Robinson, man. This is outstanding. Like I said, we plan on being present to support him and continue to lead Jackson State athletics to newer and higher and higher heights, man. So let's keep it going. I do know season tickets are on sale for basketball. On the website, go JSUTigers.com/2024 BB this Sunday. I know we don't have no football this weekend in Jackson, but they got a Battle of the Bands on the 13th. You can go you can go to Impact Tickets and grab your tickets. High school Battle of the Bands in 3 days. It's going to be October the 13th. It's going to be from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mississippi Valley Memorial Stadium. There's a cost at the bottom, depending on how you want to come in that thing and appreciate the experience. But it's going to be. This is always a great event. Going to have quite a few bands representing in this particular event coming up this Sunday. So y'all know how it is. It's going to be a good crowd out there, man. It's going to be a good one.
Yes. And the state fair is in town. So, go by the state fair, get you something to eat, ride a few rides. Come on back and enjoy the sight and the sounds and the pageantry of HBCU bands. That's high school, college, whomever. Come out and enjoy, man. I'm sure they're going to be a great time. And kids love this time, man. Did you see the video of the young man being
I was just about to say that, bro. Like with the video that went viral, man, I was so impressed. I watched that video probably, 5 or 6 times, man. But that was some good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The young man did his thing.
Sure did. They said, eat before you go to the fair. I'm going to leave that alone. All right. But listen, the biggest game in HBCU for the HBCU season coming up next Saturday in Jackson, Mississippi. Tickets are on sale. There will be no parking passes sold on game day. So if you don't have your parking, listen, family, go on over there and get your tickets. Click it. Go JSUTigers.com/tickets and get your darn ticket, as my brother Zoe would say. Single game tickets on sale. Listen, before the game, they $50. On game day, they $55. This is a marquee game. And hey, man, 2:30 kickoff. Jackson State versus FAMU. How you feeling about that, bro?
I don't know yet. I definitely think it's going to be very intense. It's going to be definitely going to be very impactful. It's going to be a scrimmage, bro. It's going to be on the field battle between these two. It's been like that for the last couple of years, but what makes this year is a lot of things that make this year different. With the coaching change, I start with that. With our previous coaches, Coach Sanders, when he was here, everybody just was like, hey, well, this is what it is. And then he left and they say, well, y'all don't have him no more, so at our time. True enough, Coach Simmons came in, did what he had to do. And now both of those coaches have moved on to to new adventures, to different jobs. And so now we have Coach Taylor at the helm now for Jackson State. We have Coach Cozy at the helm for Florida A&M. And kudos to what Coach Cozy has done with the FAMU program for all the debacle and all the the noise and stuff circling around their program in the off season. For him to be able to he and his staff be able to keep together the way that they have, and still be one of the elite in this, in the SWAC, SWAC East End, just the SWAC period. And it is nothing to to smite on. So congratulations for what he's doing. So it's going to be definitely going to be a very tight game.
Hey man, this is this game will have. I whoever wins this game win the East, and probably go on to win the SWAC. I can say that now. Whoever wins this game wins the East and wins the SWAC, in my opinion. I think that this game has come down to decide it for the last 3 seasons. I don't see no reason why it's gonna change this year. We beat Alabama A&M. They beat Alabama State. We got to play Alabama State. They don't have an offense. team is just incomplete. They got a solid defense, but you know, we saw just past Saturday you can't leave your defense on the field the whole time. You know what I mean? So, and then the rest of the teams in the East is pretty bad. So with Mississippi Valley, Bethune-Cookman, come on now, they ain't even won a game yet. So they're gonna have to play each other, and somebody got to win. You know what I mean? So somebody's gonna be Valley looking at possibly not winning the game all year, and Bethune is too. So we'll see. But the point I'm making is this is a game that's gonna come down to, I think, who represents the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl, who gets to host the SWAC championship. It's a lot riding on this game. I think both teams have had this game circled. We finally get to match up and play each other, TD, not at the first game of the season, at the beginning of the season, when we barely don't even know who we are. Both teams got a bye. Hey, man, I don't think I've ever seen it to where the two top teams was waiting. You know, I guess Alabama, Georgia, maybe. I think that's what happened. I know what just happened last week with Alabama and Vandy, but the point I'm making is that I think right before that big game, both teams had a bye, if I'm not mistaken. But this game got elevated to ESPNU. That just goes to show you how big of a game this is. So it's on cable TV. It's not ESPN Plus. If you got cable, you can watch this game without having to bar somebody's login. You know what I mean? So, but this is going to be a slobber knocker. We got time to really go into it. Next week, we'll definitely have some rattlers on. They want to come up and chop it up about it. But I did want to touch on that, though. Did want to touch on that. And we got a little bit more meat to add to the conversation about that game. But we'll come back to it. We got to get through last week's game. But before we get into last week's game, I want to shout out the volleyball ladies, man, before we go on, because we know we'll be going all night with football. Players of the week, Miss Jaden James. That's my dog that be over there at the AD Club reception. You know, she cool peoples, man. She was the offensive player of the week. And then Karis Dove, man, the setter, man. She's one of the best setters in the conference, man. So shout out to her. For their week, man. Congratulations to the ladies over there. 3-1 right now, and looking to continue to get off to a good start this season, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, excuse me. Aside for the three major sports, man, you know, we have those other programs on campus that's doing well, man. You know, including bowling, you know, and volleyball. So again, that goes back to the award that that AD Robinson won, all those awards that he's racking up, you know, because for those who don't know, the other sports that are on campus, they're winning, you know, championship too, or in, you know, competition to win. So congratulations to the ladies. Hats off. Keep doing what you're doing. I mean, if Absolutely. We get a chance to go out into support.
There you go, brother. Yes, indeed, man. Now let's get into some football, man. The week final scores for the SWAC. We just mentioned FAMU. Everybody was watching this game, man. They kicked off a little earlier to see. I said what I said, but I didn't think that FAMU was going to lose that game. It was a tie ball game at halftime. They came out in the second half, and honestly, it was 21-13 with like 2 minutes to go. We know that they were, you know, Alabama State didn't show us that they could drive all the way down the field, go 80 yards to tie the game up. And the young man fumbled the ball. FAMU Rattlers pick up the fumble, and they take it to the house. CD win the game 28-13. Giving them a 1-0 victory in their opener, which obviously their initial opener was Alabama A&M, which got canceled due to Hurricane Helene. And then you slide over but, you know, that was Alabama State's homecoming. They lost their homecoming. Alcorn had homecoming, TD. They won their homecoming against UAPB, who has a pretty good quarterback wide receiver tandem in Mekhi Higgins, and I think the young man name is Gibson, if I'm not mistaken, at wide receiver. But, you know, Alcorn scored right before the half. And, yeah, hey, Brother Kelly, it was literally like, I think at halftime it might have been a -3 passing yards, bro. It was the most unusual stat line ever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right, Brother Blue. 1 for 5, 4 yards. Yeah, it was ridiculous, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Move him to something else. Come on, man. But anywho, Texas Southern won their homecoming. They beat Virginia Lynchburg 28-10. And then Nichols put a straight beat down on Southern. Nichols treated Southern like they were Valley. Went to their home, whooped them like they stole something. And then Prairie View got a good whooping over there against Incarnate Word. And of course, we won what was initially a blowout that turned out to be a damn slugfest in the end, which we'll get into that. Alcorn game is a different game if UAPB gets that. Yeah, it is. It is, bro. It is. But interesting though. And then you get into the standings. As of right now, JSU 2-0 in conference play. Alcorn, as bad as they look, they 2-0 in the conference, bro. You know what I'm saying? So all you can do is play the games that's in front of you. Now, listen, they go to the hole this weekend. They play against Grambling. So we're going to really see if Grambling is an anomaly or is Alcorn going to be solid or not. You know what I mean? We're going to see. We're going to see. But this is pretty much the breakdown for the East and the West. Thoughts on the standings before we move on?
They're accurate. I like them. I mean, you can't say nothing about it. The team earned what they are.
That's facts.
I mean, whether it was good, bad, or ugly, you know what I'm saying? They won the game. And just like I would always say, man, if a team put on their pads and their cleats and their pants one leg at a time, just like everybody else, they have a chance to win. Now, you know what I'm saying? Of course, some circumstances are much greater than others. But again, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you never know. So it looked like Alcorn is doing what they got to do to win. And so, I mean, that might be a good game against Grambling.
Well, it looks like the West Side is competing for who's going to lose in the SWAC championship. That's just what it looks like. I'm just telling you, bro. I know any given Saturday, but you know, it's just a two-team race.
So basically, you don't see any dominance. What you're saying, you don't see any dominance in the West at all.
I mean, Grambling could, if Grambling lost a 5 overtime game to Prairie View, so Grambling could very well run the rest of the table. If they do that, then they win the West. Obviously, Prairie View obviously already got two losses, so that doesn't really matter. If Grambling sweeps the table, their goal is to finish 7-1, obviously. But we'll see how that goes. I can see that as well. Possibly, we'll see. We'll definitely look at it. Take a peep under the tent to go a little further down though. But this is a 2-team race. You got the 2 best teams in the conference playing in Jackson next weekend. So, yeah, Zoe said it. I tell you, hey man, I gotta doff my hat off to Alabama A&M. That team, boy. Listen, I tell them, I'm gonna say what I said. I told y'all, and I stand on it. I felt like Xavier Langford was their best quarterback, and I don't know why he's not starting. I don't know what Manor doing, but I'm glad he's doing it. So, but let's move right along, man. We'll get into the stats of the game based off the performances. QB1, man, offensive player of the week, and he was also the player of the game. He was also the player of the game. We'll come back to that in just a second. But Jacoby Morgan, he won the SWAC Offensive Player of the Week. TD, second straight week that he's done that.
Well deserved.
Absolutely. And then Defensive Player of the Week, True Thompson. Specialist of the Week, Rockstar Travis Terrell Jr. And hell of a week for Jackson State football, man. Jacoby Morgan won Player of the Game, 11 for 16, 226, 3 tugs. 1 INT that was, like I said, went through the receiver's hand. And then shout out to brother Dobbins, man, basically put some stats out there for Travis Terrell. And I want to implore Tiger Nation, man. Listen, Travis Terrell is Jackson State Tiger, man. We'll do everything we can to keep him a Jackson State Tiger. Ain't nobody worried about nobody coming get him. Do what you got to do. Continue to show love. Continue to support. Join the collective, and we'll do what we got to do to keep him. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Yeah.
So I'll pause right here and let you jump on in. I'll go back real quick, and then we'll start here and let you kind of give your thoughts on it, bro.
All right. So First, we start with the general. Congratulations to Jacoby Morgan for being Offensive Player of the Week and Player of the Game. Well deserved. I mean, the young man is strong. The young man is strong, and you know what I'm saying, he has a great will, and he knows what he wants. And so the fact that as a young man, sometimes had to deal with adversity and people chattering in the ear, he still come out and do his thing. So, and one thing I definitely like about him, Ken, he passed the ball around. I mean, it's not I'm just gonna force the ball into this one player. I mean, if you open, you get open, he's gonna get you the ball. And the backfield complements him well. And again, I will say this, and you're gonna hear me say this several more times. Shout out to the offensive line for being able to for allowing him to be upright, to be able to pass to be able to pass the ball and attain the numbers that he did. So it's well deserved. Congratulations to him. Grab this, rejoice. You got a week to enjoy. Then next week, start focusing on the next game, which is one of the biggest games that is going to happen come next Saturday against FAMU. So congratulations, enjoy, relish in your success for this week, and then go back to the drawing board. Well deserved congratulations to the generals. Now, far as true, man, I'm glad I'm finally able to really call this young man name, because playing, I think he has a small size to be playing the position that he plays.
He lost a lot. He converted a lot of chubbiness to muscle, which makes him look a lot smaller. Same weight, but definitely, I got you. Go ahead.
Right, but regardless, I mean, the size of the offensive lineman that he's been facing, he hadn't backed down. You know what I'm saying? He pushing and striving every play. But I noticed a couple of times they put him on the outside where he was able to use his quickness along with his strength. And I think that what made a difference in the game this time. So he was able to get in the backfield. He made some key tackles along with his counterpart. And Jeremiah, a lot of time he was back there at the same time, getting tackles and, holding up the line, holding up the offensive line for the linebacker to do their thing. So congratulations to True Thompson. He did his thing on Saturday. So well deserved. Definitely like the outside play, with him coming, nobody's able to double team him and hold him down like that. So good job on that. And you already know what I think about Mr. Terrell's. That's the Audi TT, baby. That thing, that young man fast. Hey, and Ken, I broke it on down a little more. So I took the A off the Audi, man, and just added the TT. And just called him AT&T, man, because that boy made house calls. You know what I'm saying? Hey, check this out, Ken. You ain't got to do a whole bunch of number dialing. Just press 0.
I like it, dog. I like that.
Just press 0 and he coming into your house. So
hey, that's good. That's good, bro. I like that, bro. I gotta give you your credit on that, bro. I like that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that that JSU Audi TC. Coach Taylor said, "Hey, they're gonna stop kicking to him." He said, "Don't stop." Hey, no, Coach. We don't want them to start kicking to him.
Well, that wasn't supposed to be for y'all to hear, though. But them cameras are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Austin and his team. Man, what a hell of a video. If we'd have had a show on Monday, we'd have got a chance to preview it for you guys on the show, but we didn't have one, so it's all good, man.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing too. The young man called this shot.
He damn sure did, bro.
And he said from this field goal to the 50-yard line, bouncing off a football helmet, going to the other end zone.
Hey, no, man.
I'm taking
no, we need y'all to kick that thing to 0, baby. We gonna put the ball in his hands, man. they gonna kick away from him, man. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, hey man. I mean, again,
hey,
man,
we got another one back there, man. That's just as electric.
And that's the point I was about to get to. You know what I'm saying?
Just kick it out of bounds every play, fam. We'll take it from the 35, whatever. What is it, 35 or 40? Which one is it? I think it's the 35.
Yes, the 35, man. But nah, why would you do that? Let's play football. That's what it's for. So I tell you what, if you decide that you don't want to, use that phone, then kick it to 6.
Well, man, they do, man. Robert Lockhart, man, is a young man. He was a kid that was committed to us, and he decommitted after Coach Prime left, and then he tried to recommit, and it was a little too late. And then the coach moved on from him. He went over to FAMU. Fast kid, they're using him. Good stuff. I got to say this about Brother Terrell, though. One thing, the stats are a little skewed. So if you're an offensive guy and you're trying to get stats, I'll much take the shorter field, TD, because a lot of drives that we scored touchdowns on, we didn't go very far. We didn't have to go too far. We didn't have to drive the length of the field. So, you know what I mean? You can have some quite a few yards. Well, your yards will be a little skewed because you're not getting the ball from the 20 or the 25 or inside the 20. You know what I mean? It's he getting that thing out to the 30, 35, the 40, and the 50. You know what I mean? That's what you want. You want to get one first down and be in scoring position. That's what good special teams play do for you. And then let's not also forget Matt Noel, man. Matt punted the ball twice. And I mean, 2 beauties, bro. Matt was so crunk after he punted that second one. He was like, let's go. He was pumped, man, because he put the ball right inside the 10 where he wanted.
He did.
Kicked that bad baby and he fell dead right where he wanted it at. And you got to love it, man. So I'm all for it, man. All for it. Congratulations, gentlemen, on being but let's talk about let's expand on Travis a little bit more. As of right now, he's tied for first in the FCS. Even he said the ones that he's not first in, that's just for now. So second in FCS in yards per kick return. He's averaging 35.4 yards. There you go. So if he TD, that's solid.
Very solid.
And then fourth in FCS total kick return yards, 389. And then tied for ninth in FCS all-purpose yards per game. That's 134.8. I mean, shucks. He's leading the SWAC in all-purpose yards on an average standpoint, and he's a true freshman. I mean, he's definitely pegged to be the true freshman, the SWAC freshman of the year.
Yes, sir. Mr. AT&T himself. Hey, you know what, Ken? When he get those numbers up, man, he gonna be running a monopoly.
Yes, indeed, bro. What we got up next? Touch on Jacoby a little bit more, man. We got this in today. He said Jacoby Morgan is quietly making waves for the Tigers. He's ranked 5th in FCS with a passing efficiency rating of 173.46. His precision and decision-making are steering the offense in the right direction with back-to-back SWAC Offensive Player of the Week honors. Since becoming a full-time starter, the team is clearly rallying around his leadership. So just wanted to give brother a little bit more of his recognition for his performance. And he's locked in, man. So family's going to have their hands full because the general is coming to defeat them, I must say. Next Saturday. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm definitely amazed at the young man pours.
Yeah.
I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying? I look for him. I just watch him in situation to see if he's gonna get rattled. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he don't get rattled. He doesn't.
He doesn't get rattled too quick. He doesn't let the moment get too big for him. Matter of fact, Ken, I think he lived for the moment, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, last 2 weeks it's shown. I like it, man, because, again, had a conversation with him, have had multiple conversations with him. I've actually had a conversation with him last week. I mean, even beforehand, he's one of our brand ambassadors as well as Cam and the rest of the crew. But let me say this about that, though, man. I told him, I said, hey, man, it's a competition. So I like the fact that both of them want to be starters. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. That's a healthy as well as Zy McDonald. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget that. They all want to play. They all want to be on the field and get reps and actually get their burn. So I got to doff my hat off to them for that. But here's what happened, though. You can only judge what you see. And what we saw was a young man who didn't really know, why probably he things were going the way he did, and it went the way it was supposed to go. Coach did what he did, and coach stood by his decision to do what he did. A lot of folks had a lot to say about it, not so much as me, because I just kind of was like, all right, it is what it is. It's his team, he run it how he want to run it. But TD responded, bro. He responded, man. When you got the ball, hell, he ran with that motherfucker, bro. He left no doubt. And that's what you want. And I believe it or not, TD, believe it or not, because there are some people that just, oh man, I don't know, TC, da. Let me tell you something. TC had a conversation with us at Johnny T's after the spring game. Follow me? And what I'm saying is that it worked. Because I got to be real with you about something. That Jacoby Morgan that you see is not the same Jacoby Morgan that we saw. And I'm telling you from up here standpoint, because what did you just say when you got on screen? Adversity builds character.
That's right.
He felt some adversity. He got in the game, fumble, touchdown, Grambling. Interception, touchdown. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I like it. Now, like I said, we can say what we would do, should do, couldn't do, wouldn't do, whatever the case may be. I always say I don't have a team. I'm not a coach. And, I probably wouldn't do some of the decisions some coaches may make. I probably wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they did it and it happened for a reason. I always keep in mind that, I won't go any further with, personal conversations that we had just from a motivation standpoint. But TD, team captain now. 15 went out there. He went out there. 15 went walking out there for the coin toss, bro.
Right.
Just saying, like, what's all of a sudden happening? I'm talking about Jacoby be so locked in now. It's like, shit, he walk right past, he forget, he come in. Oh, shit, damn, that's 10. I love that. You don't have to acknowledge me. I'm a nobody. Don't worry about me. I'm just whatever. You know what I'm saying? That tells me right then and there, that's somebody that got he got a little chip on his shoulder. I like that chip. I like it, bro, because you leave room for the kid from I'm pretty sure Jeffrey he is going redshirt, true freshman. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, even with the awards, that he's gathering, that he's winning, that he's attaining, through his great play. It definitely shows why football is definitely the ultimate team game. And sometimes, just like in life, when we feel like we are somewhere that we need to be, but God don't feel like it's that time for you. Sometimes you have to sit back and, watch and see what's going on, because, you probably would have went left when you should have went right if you was in the position that you wanted to be in. But I want to go back to the ultimate team game, because again, you cannot look over and neglect the fact that when Jacoby has been throwing the ball, for the most part, no one has been near him. So that offensive line has been doing their job. So again, hats off to them. And I hope Jacoby and the young man, all the quarterbacks in the room, Cam, Zy,
they ready, man.
Yeah, I mean, so make sure that y'all pat those guys on the back and do something nice for them. Say something nice to them. And I wanted to definitely point out to Irv on that one play that Jacoby threw that long pass to Zy, along with the offensive line. Irv had made that happen because that defensive end came off.
You said to Zy? Who did he throw it to?
I said to Isaiah.
Oh, to Isaiah. Yeah,
Yeah,
he said,
the
okay,
long pass. Excuse me, I may have said that, but the long pass that he threw to Isaiah, that touchdown he threw to Isaiah, where he dropped it right in the back. Matter of fact, he ran down and handed and put the ball in his arm. Ken, he put that ball right there.
Hey, beautiful route, beautiful throw, perfect.
Right. And I looked
Beautiful
at that
blocking.
play. Right. That's what I'm saying. And Irv, you know what I'm saying? Being a running back, you know, you have to understand, you have to be more than just shifty and fast and quick and powerful. You got to be able to pick up, you know, 200 plus, defensive end that's coming full speed blast. Irv picked that young man up with allowed Jacobian that extra half a second to, to put the aim on the ball that he needed to spot Isaiah and throw it on target. So shout out to Irv and, all the running backs that got them.
Shout out to Irv. Shout out to Irv in general, bro. Just from his play. I mean, we'll go to the stats now. I mean, he had a hell of a game. This is the best game of the season. We was excited about that. 16 carries. We got him over that 15 carry mark. Shout out to Calvin for that, bro. Because I know I talked to Brother Young. He was like, look, man, Irv shouldn't ever get less than 15 carries a game, bro. And look at the work, man. 5.5. He's a 5 yard per game every single year, every single time. He's leading. Now he's a leading rusher now. 92 yards. Had 2 touchdowns, 2 smooth ones. You see the little spin move in the pocket. He spent out the pocket, but that was a beautiful, beautiful play, man. And he came to play, man. He was he got a chance to grab the new PDF. I know I ain't worried about it, Travis. I just because the ones that's messed up, I ain't paying no attention to it no way. We already did touch on Jacobian. 1 sack. We gave up 1 sack. The team, the O-line has done a pretty good job of that. But yeah, man, I like it. I like what I'm seeing with the Irv JD. Hopefully we get Ahmad back in this game. The expectation is for Ahmad to be back in this game as well. Didn't run Travis a lot because Travis was basically being utilized on the special team this particular game. And of course, now Reed Sharp did not run the ball.
I got a strong feeling, man. We'll be seeing Travis in other capacity on the offense, man.
Yep.
We'll definitely be seeing in some different capacity. I mean, it's so many things. I bet Coach Taylor mind just is never stop on the things that he can do with he and Janellen Dupree in that backfield.
That's right, bro. Moving over to the receivers real quick. Jonas Patillion, man, hell of a game. Just a one-handed catch on a free play that made, that caught notice of on the internet, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, he caught, man, that pass when he dived over on the other end and caught that touchdown over on the back end over there was just beautiful, man. The kid is playing some amazing ball right now. We'll look at his stats here in just a little bit. And we'll go from there. Taekwon had a catch. Darren Bennett, one-handed catch by the tight end. We expect Marvin Landy to be back next game. He'll be back. We hope to get Evan Henry back next game as well. So definitely looking to get healthy. We're on the bye week. It's not a week off like Coach Taylor said, but we definitely trying to. The objective is to get better. And
I mean that catch that you're speaking on for Jonas. It kind of puts you in the mind of that catch that, Odell Beckham caught a few years ago. I mean, I think I'm not saying that he created it, but he was one of the ones as far as Odell Beckham started really, if you want to say, revolutionizing the one-handed grab. I mean, once he started doing all those little things. So that catch that Jones made, which was a free play, by the way, smart decision by the quarterback. They jump outside. You just go for it. And that was
that's a free play, bro.
It was a free play.
Unless you at Pine Bluff. I'm still mad about that, man. I don't like that, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something too, man. I don't like the fact that I love all the guys, bro. But my receivers, I need them to catch the ball, bro. We can't be getting no INTs because the ball slipped through your hand. You brought you in the game to catch it. That's what you're in the game for.
I think they have an old adage for the receiver, Ken. If the ball hit your hand, you're supposed to catch it.
You got to catch it, but it's hitting them in the middle of their palms. They're just dropping it, and it's led to 2 interceptions this season. So Jacoby really only technically threw 1 interception. You know what I'm saying? Theoretically, he's only thrown 1 interception based off of him throwing it to a defender and not it going through the hands of another one and just kind of falling in the hands of a defender who's made some great plays, by the way. So he's got 4 interceptions in his Jack State tenure. One of them on a busted play, a free play that should have been that the ref didn't throw the flag, even though it was offsides, and then 2 of them are drop passes. So it is what it is. Great game by them. And
Hey, King, go right back. I want to one more thing with the receivers. Isaiah Spencer, man, he come through like a, you know what I'm saying? He'll come in the game. I mean, he's, you know what, King? He's real good at blocking too. Isaiah, all the receivers. Actually, take that back. All the receivers are really good at blocking. And
shout out to Coach Marshall for that.
Isaiah, Lord, he like the Lord DB sleep, man. Then he'll come in with that one magnificent grab and do his thing, man. So, man, we have some great receivers. Taquan, like I said, what's say next man up? Yeah, there's some receivers to go down. Taquan came in. He did his thing. Probably still some chemistry there. From high school playing with the quarterback. So Bennett. First, unfortunately, we allowed Jens at the beginning of the season. Yeah. And then, Landry went down, and then Bennett come in. Man, and then, you know what? Shout out to Coach O. That was his guys, man.
100%.
Coach O been doing this thing, man. So, wonder back,
Rico posted his graduation photo today. Love it. I said Rico posted his graduation proof today. Love it.
Right. And man, we thought we were gonna get some good things from the tight end position. So, and they're definitely showing. So I'm still looking for something from Sebastian St. Louis. I mean, he got in the game, but I'm pretty sure all those guys are very capable of doing what they need to do. And when you have this type of running back, field end receiver in offensive line, it make it easy for the general.
That's right, brother. Like I said, 2 punts by Matt, 44 yards per punt. I mean, and both of them are inside the 20. He did a really good job, man. No touchback. That's the precision. I mean, when you get a chance to do what you do and what you called to do, you got to make it do what it do, baby. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the numbers of Travis Terrell, just even they got Jeremiah. I know them stats are horrendous, by the way, but nevertheless, though. Really just honing in on Travis Terrell and Matt on these two. Travis did his thing. We already touched on him. When we get into I won't really spend much time on trying to highlight a whole lot from based off the stats. If it serves correctly, it has Jeremiah Williams with 7 total tackles, 2 assists, had half of a tackle for a loss. Reed Pulliam 6 tackles. Robert McDaniel 6. Robert McDaniel had a really good game. I thought he had a really good game. Got the one and only sack. Hey, Miss Rochelle, how you doing, baby? Hey. K5, Josh Nobles. I mean, you doff your hat out to that O-line. They had a big O-line, bro. Blue, hey, listen, man. The young man, Vincent, is the real deal. 76, he the real deal, bro. That kid is a pro. That kid is a pro. He got a lot of nasty to him, too, TD. I said, if that joker hit that portal, we need to go get him. They mess around in 5 minutes they want to. Jack State going to come calling for number 76, baby. I'm telling you, bro. He said it's adjusted. Alan Walker had 8 tackles. Ha. That's what it was. Shout out to my brother Alan Walker over there. Finally, Alan had a good game, by the way. Thank you for Travis. You're gonna have to edit all the corrections in the chat for me. But Alan Walker, 8 tackles, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Mr. Walker. I met his mom. We took photos today. That's good stuff, man. We got a chance to meet them on Saturday. So I already knew his dad, but I got a chance to meet his mom and speak to her for a quick second, as well as Philip Webb's mom. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. Actually, I didn't get a chance to congratulate Mac Noel before you moved the slide, so I will give him.
Are you good? You good? Right
Mac Noel been doing his thing. I mean, he came in, came into the season being picked as one of top SWAC players and, a special team player.
First team all SWAC.
First team all SWAC, so that we expect. I know he ended up getting, I think, a little nicked up, maybe at Grambling, man, but he back doing his thing. But here's the thing with I want to say about he and the special team crew that they had over the kickoff for the placeholder and the field goal kicker out. Man, they really bond together. I mean, and to see those guys working together and collaborating on the sideline, then the whole special team unit, as far as the punters, the kicker, and all that, they went crazy when he kicked that ball and it landed on like the 3 to 5 yard line.
Yep. So
again, Magnolia, keep doing your thing. Congratulations to you. Keep putting those guys back in tough field positions so our defense will come out swinging. Hey, Miss Rochelle, what's going on with you?
Absolutely, bro. Listen, when it comes to the stat, we're gonna get into just a little bit about the actual game itself, TD. But I want to go here, and before you give your thoughts on the defense, I just want to say this. I want to shout out Coach Quinn. I thought Coach Quinn, because let's just talk about the game. We go into the game with 28-10, I think, at halftime, or 35-10, I want to say, because we only scored 7 points in the second half. 38-10, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 38-10. And we wound up winning by a touchdown. It was hard to digest what was happening, but at the same time, if you watch the game, it was clear what was going on, and it worked for him. And Coach owned it. And I love what he said because he actually gave you an explanation as to why we had the question marks. You feel what I'm saying? So I appreciated that because he was able to really add a little bit of context when it comes to that. So before we go into that, got a little something. We'll go back. We'll revisit what he had to say, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss it. Hang tight, everybody.
What is kind of your analysis of just this season up to this point, including this past game? Given you guys got a lot of time to reflect on it for the next week and a half.
We got a lot of stuff to clean up from a technique fundamental standpoint. We get a chance to go back and evaluate some things we do defensively, just some telltale stuff on certain blitzes. We get the opportunity to clean it up, but proud of the guys. We're right where we want to be at. We're still number 2 in total defense, scoring defense, sacks, TFL number 1. I mean, so we're right where we want to be at. We got a lot to improve on. Last game was not the standard, and I think I just start with me. I take responsibility for it. It's a lot of thought process y'all wouldn't understand, but I take responsibility for it. It'll get cleaned up.
Can you talk about what happened to get there? What shift or something happened during halftime that got them to get so close to us, even though we started off pretty high up?
Like I said, I think it starts with me. Coming down 28, they come out in 12 personnel. I don't know if you know what that is. But it's 2 tight ends on the field. I'm like, you can't run the ball to get back in this game down 28. If they do, they got to eat up this clock. They did, so they ate up 5 minutes off the clock. And then they came back and they did it again. And with that process, they ended up still in 2 possessions in that game. And now we can't get a stop. We just played 30 reps. And like I said, it started with me in the mindset of, can't outsmart myself.
You're saying it's kind of like almost like a game theory kind of thing, what you might have been expecting the other team to do, and then they just kind of wore it down with the runs?
It's just football IQ. You can't run the ball down 28 and get back in the game. They did so, though. So I live and learn from it.
How much, was that wearing on your defense? I think Coach Taylor said it was 89 plays in total. How much does that wear, on a defense?
Oh, it's big. It's big. When you talk about the standard, I saw 3 or 4 plays we did there walking, and that ain't the standard. And I know that ain't on the kid, that's on me. And I think I started it off with the first 2 drives of just playing base defense and saying they can't run the ball, get back in this game. And they stole 2 possessions, and all of a sudden it was a ball game. So I got to be better.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I thought that Coach really gave us a visual into his mind and his approach. with the 28-point lead. I just want to remind Tiger Nation of something, because I don't know if we, and I'm not saying this as if we don't know it, but this is really cool to witness, because we're actually on this journey with them and we're watching them grow within their role. Every coach on the defensive staff is this is their first year in that particular role ever. He's a first-time defensive coordinator. Callie James is the first-time D-line coach, officially. Chris Orr, first-time linebackers coach. Travancy Jones, first-time outside linebackers / special teams. Mario Magana, first-time DB coach. A lot of tenure, a lot of experience, a lot of in other areas, but at the same time, you're seeing an entire defensive staff, bro, that is literally learning on the job and getting better at the same time. But I really, really love the answers that he gave, because it gave you a peep under the tent of the cranium, bro, as far as what he was thinking. And he said, I'll be better from it. I'll learn from that. And I think he'll remember that game, because he said he said it was on him because he had them playing base defense. Remember the question asked, like, why the hell they playing off? It made sense now. Okay, I'm gonna give you the underneath, because if all you're gonna do is run, you're gonna run the damn time away. We got 4 touchdowns on you. Unfortunately, the thing that really turned the game around for them, bro, was that damn punt, that fake punt. That fake punt did it, bro. That fake punt did it, and still, like I said, we can go forward. I'm pretty sure the dialogue is already out there, and we'll touch on it how we need to go about it, and not so much as a game is 60 minutes. It's a lot of things that happens in the game. Tale of two halves. A lot of folks talking, a lot of dialogue in relation to the play calling in the end, as far as like conservative. I thought that when you go back and look at it, and we'll look at the stats in just a second, TD, coach really didn't really go conservative until after he threw that interception. And listen to this, though, TD. If we get the stops, it was actually the right call, in my opinion. Because remind you, we first get the ball back after they scored after the half. What we do? We just got finished talking about it. We went down there and threw that bomb to Isaiah. It was a touchdown, right? Then they come back, and we stop them with that damn fake punt, and then they drive, right? Afterwards, guess what we were doing? We were going down the field. We were not going down the field. We were still calling the same type plays, but when your quarterback throw an interception and you don't really use much time, and then they go down and score again, guess what? Now it's a 14-point game. Now your mindset is, oh, you know what? Now it's time for me to try to eat some clock. Unfortunately, if you don't get it, that momentum shift done kind of jumped on you a little bit. Yeah, them PA calls were horrible. Listen, I ain't going to really spend much time talking about the referee. Y'all know what they were. When we stopped them on 4th down, when it was 4th down with their backs, with their end zone over there, that was a terrible call. The second pass interference was absolutely a pass interference. They got that right. But that damn one where it was 4th down, bro, and K1 made the play on the ball, and they called a pass interference. That was ridiculous. But overall, in the end, we had a similar thing happen with this team. Actually, last year, very similar. The only difference is, TD, is that instead of us, you remember when Xavier Langford came in last year, he drove and he got him within 14, got him within 7. We scored again, and that's how we got back up to that 14-point lead. We didn't score again. That's why I stayed at 7. So in the end, they said, how many timeouts did A&M get? I don't remember. I'm not really focusing on the referees. There was some, that pass interference was awful. But just wanted to go back to Quinn, get your thoughts on that, TD, and however else you want to take
that. Well, first of all, let me start by saying, it takes a real man to drop his pride and to admit to something. We started off earlier speaking about the conversation that you and I had in the vehicle after the game. And, the pride and the bold and the man part of me wanted to continue, but being that I know that in that case you were right, I dropped my pride.
Whoa. Y'all heard him, right?
Come on, man.
I'm messing with you, man. Come on. No, don't get all sensitive now, dog. No, I'm playing with you. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. That's a joke. It's a joke.
But,
Keep going.
right. I mean, but what I'm saying is,
I just enjoyed you saying you were right. But anyway, keep going. I'm messing with you.
I mean, but here's the thing. I don't have a problem with saying that I'm wrong or that I wasn't right about something.
No, it's a joke, man. We tease.
So, but what I was getting to was, for coach to come out and own up to what he was saying and own up to that game, it's probably so many avenues that goes into why he did what he did.
Yeah.
But the fact that he did it, we all been questioning, why have the corners been playing out for the last three or four games? You know what I'm saying? But again, we're not the coaches. It is what it is. It's some more things. We armchair coaches. May be questioning. However, the fact that Coach Quinn came out, owned up to it, and he had his players on the field, so he's he burdened the blame, and he got a boss to answer to. He had to answer to Coach Saylor. And so one thing that, his players take from that is, hey, my coach is human too. My coach realized that, he's not perfect. He able to own up. So you know what? A lot of time when you can have situations like that, people go a little harder for you, Ken. Right. So now he can get with the other defensive coaches that's in the room, all the coaches that you name in their first time position. They had a half a season to see what's going on. They know their player personnel. They know what each one of their capabilities are, and they know who they're getting back, from injury and stuff like that. So now you come up with a game plan to play one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game we're gonna have during the football season, and that's against FAMU. So things happen the way they happen for a reason, and everybody learn from their mistakes. And he came out, he owned up to, what it is. I can't go into his mind to say why he put the world on his shoulder, bearing that. But he knows, his coaches knows, his player knows, and that's what's important. So we definitely going to look forward to see what the outcome and what that storm that happened on Saturday for the defense is gonna is going to come out in the sunshine on next week.
Let me add a couple of things. There's a lot of things that went right for Alabama A&M. That was a gutsy man. Maynard, there was some gutsy A calls, bro. Like they were. To get that pass interference, which was not a pass interference, that worked in their favor. So it plays itself out. That punt, if he don't get that punt return, if he don't get that fake punt, we finna score again. We running off. But when you're in a situation where it's just like a heavyweight fight, bro. How many fights have we seen where a Joker get knocked out by a dude that he was whooping?
Mm-hmm.
You got lax, and then next thing you know, he done knock your socks off, bro. And you done experience, the rope-a-dope. Well, I ain't gonna say the rope-a-dope, but that's a whole different thing. But I'm talking about Joker's battered and bruised, and then he catch you with a good one, and now you wobbly. It's a lot of things went right. Coach Maynard is a great play caller. I got to give them that. That offensive line was extremely physical, bro. And I'm saying when you get into let's go to the stats of the game, bro. Let's just touch that real quick. When you talk about first downs, they got 28 first downs, bro. 11 from rushing, 14 from passing. They had a net rushing yards of 210. And a net passing yards. When you look at the completions, they threw the ball 46 times. We threw it 16. We had the ball less because we were scoring a lot faster. But if you look at the play, look at the TD, look at the average per attempt, 14 versus their 6.1. Average per completion, 12.3 hours was 20.5, bro. The game of big plays. Both had 3 passing touchdowns. They had more yards than we did. But look at the offensive plays. 89 plays to our 45. That's a lot of damn plays, bro. And I'm telling you now, our team was gassed. And I'm going to say it was almost like y'all remember back in the day when Oregon was playing with Chip Kelly. they used to score real fast, bro. And that team, the defense was always terrible because they lived on the field. You was not only were the defense can, you know what I'm saying, being on the field for sustained drives hurt you, but damn, bro, if your defense is going tempo and you scoring quick, now you got to go back out there. And you're talking about a physical team that's pounding on you and gnawing on you and wailing on you. Hell, that first damn drive that they scored that touchdown, bro, he was one possession. He was in 13 personnel, bro. It was a thing. He had no receivers out there. It was just straight 9 on the line. Looked like damn near. I'm gonna just keep running. And I was like, that's I like that. It was a game of chess, bro. But at the end of the day, that's a lot, man. That's a lot when it comes down to it. We'll come back to it, but I'll tell you this right here. We got a quick sound bite from Coach, because what Coach Taylor did, because Coach Taylor is offensive coordinator as well, he came with a gutsy call because he knew he had to get a first down. He went out there and got the first down. Now, listen, I know some folks like, why don't we, we probably should have threw it in that other series, in that other whatchamacallit. But, hey, again, it's a game of chess, and he made it happen. But we'll play this quick sound bite, and we'll come back because I want you to touch on these game stats. And if you want, we can go back and we don't really have to spend much time on this. I mean, they 282, don't really know them like that. Hewitt, yeah, whatever. I did want to highlight Xavier Langford, 21 for 42. He was 50. Look, he had 50. He was 50% passing, 245, 3 touchdowns, no INTs. He only got sacked 1 time. The other quarterbacks really didn't do a whole lot. They ran the ball, but then he ran the ball for 11 times. And I got to give this boy credit, man. And I mean that when I say this. TD, that damn scramble down on that in the red zone. Oh my gosh, he threw a freaking laser on a thread, man, to the receiver that was sitting in the middle of the touchdown. And I'm telling you, man, that was a beautiful. The pass was so damn good that hell, Coach Taylor even gave him down. It was like, my goodness, that was a good one right there. So he gave credit where credit was due. But we'll come back to this. But check the sound bite out of Coach Maynard and Coach Taylor's interaction after the game.
Okay, man. Great game. Why you go for that 4th down, boy? Yeah, man. Good call. Appreciate it. Got a lot of money. You know that was big. You know that was big. That was big for the momentum. Oh, yeah. Good call, boy. Appreciate it. Good call. Good luck with you too.
I love that, man. Hey, that's good. That's a coach giving credit what credit is due. You know what I'm saying? And but hey, man, listen, Coach did what he needed to do to win. All I was thinking, I wasn't losing my cool on the sideline like I was pretty probably doing at Grambling. And I didn't feel like that didn't feel like a loss to me. If you watched the game, you understood this was a game of styles make fights. This was 2 different styles, 2 different philosophies, 2 different strategies. And I told some of the players out there, I said, that's why you score points. Because if you're in a situation where that happens that way, hell, you got enough points to survive, right? But 89 plays, bro, to 45 is insane. I'm going to let you touch on that because, TD, that's 44 more plays, bro. 44. Go ahead.
Before I speak on that, I would like to
do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, I would like to dock my hat off to Alabama A&M Coach Maynard and his staff. I was very impressed. I like the guts in the grit that team showed. Man, I mean, I got nothing but respect.
Yeah,
I got nothing for they. You know what, Ken? A lot of times, even when we speak on the show, when we always talk about punching somebody in the mouth. Man, we punched those guys in the mouth, man. Knocked their teeth out. They picked up their mouthpiece, put it back in there on their gums.
Throwing elbows and everything.
You know what I'm saying?
For real, bro.
You know what? Even when you go back and watch the game, the spirit and the energy that sideline, that they had, it was never a quit. Type mentality about it.
Down, bro.
It wasn't no head hanging. It wasn't everybody looking at each other saying what we gonna do. It was like, man, we going for it. So that means that they trusted their coach and they believed in their coach and what they can do. But that
they got dentures at halftime. God damn. Go ahead, man.
So what happened, man? You know, and again, credit to the offensive line, man. And I agree with you. Number 76, that boy is straight nasty.
He is, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something, man.
That boy had me wanting. I wanted to cuss at him from the sideline here, but I was so TD. I like it though, because I like that type of play, bro. I like aggressive, in your face. He was doing little shit, man, and he would throw his hands up. He was dirty, man. Not too dirty, but you know what I'm saying. Old school, old fashioned, nasty football. It's like I'm better than you. That what I'm gonna hit you. I'm stronger than you. It don't whether it's the case or not. He was saying it like he meant it and he believed it. He was a big boy though, 6'6".
And then even when we went out of bounds, I guess he was making a tackle or something. He had to stay out because the helmet came out. He was a little hurt. He didn't even want the trainer to stop him. He was trying to go back in the game. I mean, but Ken, that team is exactly what I thought it would. You know, if we go back to the pregame, they ran the exact same plays. You know, they played. But I mentioned number 10 and number 2. And then I asked you at the end, I say, man, they still got Langford. Then I said, we got to watch that guy. I said, because he almost brought him back.
What did I say in the preview? I said Langford, their best quarterback. And that joker gave us the blues when he came in. And he came right in early. Go ahead.
He did, man. He did. He came in and he did his thing with that, you know, with that big offensive line. In England, you know, allowed them to get some runs in. That was a few missed tackles that, you know, that was made. I think some shoestring tackles that we missed that allowed them to run the ball, get a little extra yardage. But man, much respect to that team, much respect to Coach Maynard. And again, it's one of those things, Ken. You know, when Jackson State rolling into town, like I always say, ain't nobody gonna lay down call with Jackson State, but everybody gonna get up because we're Jackson State. And that is exactly what happened. You know,
that's exactly right, bro. Exactly right.
And the last thing, you know, on that Langford, that play that you're talking about, we missed him. We let him out the pocket. There was no pocket containment. I think the defense end had crashed down, and the offensive line took him on around, so he was able to roll out to the right.
But he also took some hits and still through there. He stared down and he stood in there, got the ball out.
That young man, there were about 3 plays where he took hits and still delivered that thing. And I'll tell you what, man, his receiver worked for him. His receiver got open for him, especially on that last drive that they had when it was 4th down and he hit number 14. First of all, that guy's from Mickey, Mississippi. Welch. Come on, man. Matter of fact, Welch was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Welch was the same one that he hit in the end zone, Ken, when he was rolling to the right and he threw that thing on the rope.
Yeah.
He was standing by himself. Yes, I want to say that was Welch, the young man from Macon, Mississippi. And so I think he's a freshman. So he had a good game. So my hats off to that team, to the coaching staff, man. The grittiness that say a 7 years.
He gotta be a senior at this point. And it's Shaheem still coming in. He still announced himself when he come in the chat. Urban Bold in the building. He said it every time. Gotta love it, man. Welcome, brother. Hey, brother Justin said he made a good point. Look at 4th down conversions, TD. 6 for 6. We were 1 for 1. But damn, bro, look at how many 3rd downs it was. 17 3rd downs, bro. Quarter time, the time frame in the quarter, they had the ball. Man, they had the ball literally 19 minutes and 39 seconds out of 30 minutes, bro. So we only had the ball 11 minutes in the second half. But shit, what's bad about that, TD, is we only had the ball. We only had the ball 10 minutes in the first half. But we were scoring so fast, it was a very unique game, bro. That was a very unique game. Both teams only gave up a sack. It was just a slugfest, bro. Both in the trenches, both offensive lines blocked. PATs was solid. Both teams made the field goal. Listen, the only difference in this game, he a junior. How the hell is that? What kind of math are y'all doing in normal? That's not normal math, bro. But listen. Bro, That just threw my whole thought process out. What the hell I just? Oh yeah, the difference in the game, bro, was Travis Terrell's touchdown on the kickoff.
Yes, sir.
That was the game. That was the game.
Yeah, they got listed. They got him listed as a junior now.
That's crazy, bro. Well, he gonna hit the portal out this year, man.
Hey, but Ken, I will say this. I mean, you was talking about the offense, and you was talking about I think we did go a little maybe conservative, a little soon. I know that the defense had to get some rest. They want to get some rest. However, probably should have attempted a couple passes to maybe get a couple first downs or get a first down.
Well, that was the thing. It was only one drive we did. It might have been two drives. The two before the last one,
right?
The two before the last. So we had two drives where we was trying to and then what made it on third down, it was short. Was it like 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 2 or something like that? And that's when Coach, remember, we got like 4th and 2, and Coach really wanted to go for it. He really wanted to go for it. But people lose their mind because it was like 18 seconds left on the play clock, and he called a timeout. I felt like, okay, that's when I was like, damn, we could have burnt another 17 seconds. But I'm gonna tell you, it's hard, bro, when you're rolling to like scale it all the way back and just go into conservative mode. It's hard to do that and then have to turn around and put it back on. So when you got a team that's cooking, hell, I would have just, honestly, bro, I think what we all wanted to see Coach do was say, fuck it, I'm just finna go for it.
Air it out.
Just air it out. But I ain't finna make my team shut it down. Hell, it's too early in the game. Y'all just got to stop me. Hell, and we finish with 80, we finish with 80. Fuck it. Or 30 or 70, whatever. Go ahead.
And you know what, man? And the reason I said, I mean, that would be the only thing I would say, about the offense. I mean, the play calling was good. Everything. It's just that last, I think we took the foot off the gas a little bit too quick.
Yeah.
And then especially when they started stacking the box. They started stacking the box with, not being in there. And
we talked about it in the whip, just having a conversation on old linemen, just saying, hey, listen, they were outnumbered in the box, just from the standpoint. Right. We could have threw the pass. And Coach picked up on that in the last drives. How I got the first down. You know what I'm saying? So it worked how it worked. And the objective is to win, though. I'm done. Listen, Tiger Nation, I'm done saying that wins don't feel like losses, bro. Because I was okay after we lost to Grambling Saturday, but Sunday I was sick. I'm sorry. I woke up Sunday and I was sick. And I'm going to give you another scenario, and I'm going to come back to this chart right here in just a minute. TD, I don't know if you watched the Cal-Miami game. I don't know if you watched any of that. Cam Ward, arguably one or two top quarterbacks with Shador. Miami is ranked in the top 5 right now. I don't know where they are because Bama fell out, and I think Tennessee lost as well. So listen to this. They were getting their glutes kicked by Cal, bro. All game. They scratched clawed. Now it was a questionable missed call at the end with illegal men, ineligible men down the field on the last play. But listen, bro, Miami came all the way back, bro. And they were getting whooped, dog, and I fell asleep. And I woke up, I was like, oh my goodness, Miami won? TD, go to the score was. Because Cal scored the same amount of points as Alabama A&M. They scored 38 points. Miami had 39. I got a point in what I'm saying. The objective is to win the game. I just think everybody was, and legitimately so. We're like, damn, we was up 28 and we won by 7. Like it's inevitable. It ain't no running from that. You got to deal with that, and I'm glad they dealt with it the way they did. And they're like, all right, cool, so let's learn. Next time we just gonna beat your brains in and just say, hey, look, we're not good sports. So y'all can blame that. Y'all can blame Alabama A&M going forward. If we got a big lead up on the SWAC team and we don't let our foot up out the gas, we could just say, look, we don't want an Alabama A&M type situation.
But, but Ken, speaking to that, man, that's part of taking somebody hard. That make doing not taking your feet up off the gas. That is letting the team know, okay, you know what? You don't have a chance to beat us. We more powerful than you. We're gonna outscore you. We're gonna play you. We're gonna outplay you. So I'm not gonna even give you an inkling to think that you're gonna be able to come back. Let's not do this. And one of the, you know, I used to wonder why some coaches did that. I mean, the coach coming to mind mainly to me, and there have been other. Wait a minute, Steve Spurrier was like that. Bill Belichick. Though Tom Brady, them, they at the time, I mean, they could be up by 30 points, man. Tom Brady's still going downfield.
Oh yeah,
because they never, but because you know you don't give a 10. If we do that, man, a lot of that stuff that Coach Maynard, I'm calling the coach for sure now. Coach Maynard was pulling, he probably wouldn't have, because it would have been somewhat out of reach. But the man made a lot of gutsy calls.
He did, and it worked for him.
Yeah, and it
Where
worked
have
for
you seen a game where everything worked?
And you know what? One of those pass interference that they call the one that the lady called. Yeah, Urban Meyer did it as well. I mean, you put your foot on somebody's neck and you go.
Well, I'm gonna say this though. I don't think that coach felt like he wasn't gonna get them first downs though. I also got to mention that as well. I don't think a coach said, because nobody. I don't think for 1 second he thought we was gonna go 3 and out. With the way our line was blocking, with what we was looking to do, again, it comes back to they sold out to stop the run because they knew that's when we was coming. That's why Coach Maynard was like, "Bro, you just pulled a me on me. When I thought you would have ran, you went for it on 4." You know what I'm saying? Like that was a gutsy call. That's where he gained the respect of a gunslinger type mentality or whatever. And again, when I went back and looked at it, hell, it was two possessions, honestly. And I think he made that change because we lost the possession, TD, because of a turnover. And that might have been the only turnover of the game, wasn't it? Did we turn them over? I don't think we turned them over. Let me go back to it. I don't think we turned them over.
But I do know one of those plays where
they lost the fumble. Or did they?
Yes, because I'm thinking about the onside kick where Moultrie recovered.
Yeah, they turned the ball over once. My mistake. They fumbled it. That's correct. They fumbled it. Yeah, it's right here on the stats. Okay. But listen, check this out though. When you go to it, remember we was talking about this earlier in the season, bro. When you talked about what you want your average to be. Like we're averaging 35, we're basically right at 36 points a game. And we're leading the conference in offense. This is again, for those who the armchair coaches. You follow what I'm saying? Listen, we can criticize everything. We can do whatever we want to do, however you choose to do it. But in the end, our offense right now is best in the business right now. You see what I'm saying? And look at the amount of touchdowns we scored. We scored 27 touchdowns, bro. And we had 8 field goals. We got we right at the top when it comes to field goals, but 27 touchdowns per game.
And what you're saying, Ken, is why I was thinking, you know,
I'm saying this for a reason because FAMU. Look at, I ain't saying this. Men lie, numbers lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. It wasn't until I looked at this thing where I was like, damn, I didn't know they were that far down. I didn't know that FAMU was this far down when it comes to offense. Now, granted, they missed a game, and they also played 2 FBS opponents where they didn't score a touchdown, but 19 a game is 19 a game. And we may be in a situation where we just outscore folks. And your defense is going to have to contend with our offense. We got some weapons, man. And we talked about them already. But let me say this too, though. Even though we had a game that we had, TD, check us out. We still number 2 in the SWAC when it comes to defense. Alabama State being number 1. Oh, yeah, poor Valley. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Valley always down the bottom on everything. But yeah. And this Grambling game actually skews that because the points that they score where they on the turnovers, it actually falls into the defense's pocket, but it's not really the defense. But anywho, thoughts on the offense, defense, where we rank right now?
Yeah, can you go back to the offense?
Yep, sure can. There you go.
Yeah. So, in the conference with number one, what I was saying a moment ago, that it's 27 touchdowns. The offense that we saw against Alabama A&M, when at the beginning of the season, after the game against ULM, and I was a lot disappointed because of the expectation. Like I said, I thought my expectation was too high, which it really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, the players that we have and the coaching staff that we have, and the desire that Coach Taylor wanted to score and put points up on the book. I remember he came on the show. He said he wanted to average about 28 points a game.
Yep, said 28. Yep.
And, maybe it was all strategy driven, for us to get to this point. Because I said it last week or maybe a week before. I still don't think that he's milked this offense to nowhere near to what it can be.
It look like he's still
fine tuning.
Yeah, it feels like Coach Taylor got a luxury car that he learning how to drive. Not that he's learning, he's still learning his team as well, like who can do what in certain game situations, because you don't have that experience. This is why the roster turnover and coaching turnover, it matters, bro. You still got a lot to learn when there's no continuity. But hell, hey, TD, you could be driving very well, and then you realize that your whip can do something totally different. But go ahead, you spot on with it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much done, man. Again, I'm just thinking about how quick a lot of our slot receivers are, and the things that you can do even with reverses and quick slants and just getting the ball in the playmaker's hand, man. And Dupree's a playmaker. Travis is a playmaker. Isaiah Spencer is a playmaker.
Portillion.
Yeah, Portillion. What I was thinking more the little speedy type.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah. Now you want to get on the outside, man. Twyquan, Portillion, man. Those guys are big bodies. You know what I'm saying? They can D you up. Portillion, it doesn't cross my mind. It might not be accurate, but he kind of put me. His play made me think of Michael Irvin. You know what I'm saying? Big body. He love to be covered because he gonna go get it. He'll body you. So
I don't know if I put that on it.
Well, I
get what you. No, I know what you're saying. I'm just.
I know Michael Irvin said one time, and this stuck with me. He was talking about being open. And he was like, man, if I'm wide open where the quarterback can throw me the ball, that's not open to me. He said open to me is having a DB draped all over my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? He said that's when I'm open. So I wasn't saying that he was Michael Irvin. I'm just saying.
No, I know what you mean. Like he played
being on him.
But he SWAC TO according to Zoe. SWAC TO. He balling, bro. Listen. I do this for you. Let's do this real quick. I know we'll come back to the games and whatnot. Let's go here because we'll do. We're not gonna get to everything that we wanted to talk about tonight, which is okay. We'll highlight what will be discussed in the next show, but as we get ready to come. But when you look at the stats, look at what Portillion's at. I mean, 20 receptions, 385, 6 touchdowns, man. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then Irv is coming along, and you see that Irv didn't even play the first 3 games.
Right. Yeah.
So imagine where he'd be if he did. You know what I'm saying? Irv would be well up there. And I think they go. We got a lot to throw at FAMU. I'm sure they got a lot that the young man Gassett. When you look at the yards, Portillion has more yards. Gassett is more underneath guy, slot guy that whether he plays slot or outside, he's more of your speed guy and he gets a lot of receptions. When you look at Portillion, less catches, more yards. Tells you what more of a deep threat. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Gassett can't. I think he's their best weapon. along with the young man who's Somerset, the running back, out of the back. I'm not a big fan of Franklin, honestly. I don't like running backs that run high. He reminds me a lot of Eddie George ran high. Who else was that ran high?
Man,
what was his name?
Ran high.
What's the name of the joker that ran high? Eddie George is a good comparison though, because he did run. He had a physicality of the tight end Gross, of course. Like I said, it's not a FAMU preview, but I did want to kind of mention that because we were talking about Fortillion though. But I like the position that we're in, man. I mean, usually if you stay true to your averages, even if we give up 25 TD and we score 35, we win. You know what I'm saying? The objective is to win the game. We just can't go out there and turn the ball over. I think FAMU has a solid enough defense to just, to give us some problems, and they got a good quarterback, bro. The quarterback play is going to come down to a lot. I know going into this weekend, we're not going to preview this, but we'll just kind of mention it. Prairie View will be at UAPB. Bethune-Cookman is going to Alabama A&M. Valley's going over to Alabama State. Alcorn is going to Grambling. I think that should be the game that needs to be circled. Alcorn versus Grambling. Definitely be tuning into that. And you got Southern heading over to Houston, take on Texas Southern. And, of course, the following week, the game of the year, actually. I think this is going to be the game of the year. And I think it's going to be a slugfest, and I think it's going to be must-see TV. I think it's going to be a great turnout. I believe we're going to have a lot of fans at this game, bro. I really do, especially given the fact that FAMU won the Celebration Bowl last year. And last time we played them was in Miami. You know what I'm saying? So are they bringing the band? I don't think they are. Advantage Jack stated they're not. But these are the stats right there. And that's pretty much that, man. I like what I'm seeing. I like our chances. And like I said, we'll touch on that a little later. That's the pink out game. Okay.
Well, Ken, I'm definitely looking forward. I mean, I hope all the players, even the coaches, are mentally, getting some rest. I mean, I know Coach Taylor said that they were gonna still, put in their work. Hey, and rightfully so. But also, take time, get mentally healed, get physically healed, and be prepared.
We will be healthy. We will be a lot healthier than we are now. We got a lot of players that was banged up, bro. A lot of them, and I'm happy to see that many are going to be. The few players that are out for the season, we got 4 that's officially ruled out for the season anyway. But that just kind of is what it is, and we got 1 that's towing on the line of whether they return or not. We'll just see what happens with that. But everyone else, we should get back. Should be all hands on deck this game. Go ahead.
I mean, I was going to ask you. I know. A say is, he plays around the line of scrimmage a lot. So, quite a bit. Is he free or strong?
Free.
Oh, he free? Okay. And so that means Cam.
Actually, he might be strong, TD, because I think Cam Smith playing free.
Right.
I don't know. I just, like I said, I gave my thoughts on that when it comes to it.
Yeah.
FAMU has a bye week this week as well. That's why I was saying earlier, Maurice, both teams are getting ready, man. Everybody's healing. Everybody putting a little lotion on their elbows and kneecaps. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they getting ready, man. This is going to be a slugfest. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a new rivalry. And I think both teams are going to hate whoever loses is going to hate it, because the other team is going to stick it to them for a whole 365, because they know that's what it's going to take to have. They're not major players. The same players that have been out. I won't go into the names, but that's kind of our pink out helmets have looked off in the past. I don't know. But anyway, TD, quick thoughts on something. We won't dialogue very much deep into this because we towards the end of the show. But hey, listen, new rule, man. The NCAA rule changed. They shortened the college football and college basketball transfer window to 30 days now. Listen, that's 2 periods for football for the current year coming up. or this year, those dates will mean that the portal will open on December the 9th and it will close on December the 28th. It's going to open on the 9th and it's going to close on the 28th. And then it'll open up again, TD, on the 16th of April, and it'll close on the 25th. So it used to be 45 days for those that don't know. It used to be 45 days. It was the entire month of December, and it was half the month of April. So it would be April 15th through April 30th or 16th through the 30th. Now they shortened that time, 15 days. You got 15 less days to make your decision. Thoughts real quick before you give comments. I'm going to read this to you, and then we'll go to it. NCAA Division I Council has voted to shorten the transfer portal window for FBS football, FCS football, and men's basketball from 45 days to 30 days. Athletes have to enter the portal during their time window, but they do not have to commit to their new school by the time it closes. That's pretty much been standard as we spoke when it came to that. But quick thoughts on this transfer portal change, TD?
I guess the only question I'm looking at is, you know, when you was added up, I'm thinking the window is normally around the time that, you know, I guess most FCS school playing bowl games. I mean, they opened up during during the bowl season. That's pretty jacked up, but you know what I'm saying? And you know what happened with us the last time, you know, that thing opened up like that, we lost a lot of players. And we gonna speak on that.
This past year we did pretty solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was talking about the Celebration Bowl that year, but nevertheless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, that thing opened up and we lost a lot of, and mostly defensive linemen, which came in, you know what I'm saying, we absolutely hurt us bad in that last Celebration Bowl. But I mean, I don't like the days that open, but it is what it is. But I mean, I really don't have much for it, Ken, because if a person gonna hit the portal, they're gonna hit the portal.
That's right, bro. And then here's the thing, man. The objective is to, man, we want to give them a great experience while they at that school, you know. And it is what it is. It's the nature of the game that we're playing in right now, that we're participating in. And we're going to talk about one more change briefly before we get out of the show, before we close the show out tonight. But hey, man, listen, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like we want to. Players still like to be a part of winning programs, bro. You win, they'll come. And guess what? There'll be some more players that'll probably be over at the FBS level, or you continue to recruit well out of high school. You know what I'm saying? Because with all these changes that's coming, TD, it's going to be some things that FCS schools and HBCUs can take advantage of, so that they don't have some of that as volatile that it is right now and uncertain. There'll be some potential for some money, but we'll talk about that on Friday briefly, though. But when we're talking about the ramifications of money and being, because this ain't going to change. I tweeted today that, listen, man, the entire system that we know it to be is college athletics right now is being dismantled right in front of our very eyes. And we don't know where it's going to stop, but that's why, you know, many were saying, you know, they really want the money to get involved like that, because now it's a whole different can of worms. But when you go ahead and that segue us into this, man, I saw this today. And listen, all I'm saying is HBCU administrations, if we ain't having no conversations, we need to start having some now. You know what I'm saying? The NCAA is officially eliminating the national letter of intent. TD, the signing days was like a holiday for us, bro. We enjoyed the hell out of it, you know. Kids signing on signing day, they putting the hats on the table. The national letter of intent, financial aid and scholarship agreements are expected to be used instead of kids signing national letters of intent. The NCAA is eliminating the national letter of intent in the latest change to college sports. The elimination of the national letter of intent, the binding agreement between a high school recruit and a school, was approved by the NCAA Division I Council on Wednesday. That's today. The news comes as the NCAA is set to undergo significant changes. Come on now. They're making significant changes right in front of our very eyes, TD. Listen to this. The National Letter of Intent program is started in 1964. But with the transfer portal, the NLI has become borderline obsolete. So this means this: when a player moves schools, most simply just when a player moves schools, most simply just an athletics aid agreement. Most simply just an athletics aid agreement. Damn, that's 4 A's. An athletics aid agreement. The National Letter of Intent program is expected to be replaced. This is what's key. Brother Maxwell, I think if you just all you have to do is look at the, I don't want to. No. You need to join the platinum chat, bro. Join the channel. You'll get all the answers that you. I love your questions. But anyway, with revenue sharing coming sooner rather than later, TD, whatever agreements athletes and schools reach are going to look more like contracts now. Wow. So listen, man, this is what's happening, bro. Can I say it? Can I go ahead and say it? College athletes about to become 1099 employees, dog. 1099 contract workers. That means, guess what, TD? You might have a teammate that's in trouble for not filing their taxes. About to get ugly, dog. About to get ugly. I don't know what's going to happen, bro, but all I know is it ain't going to be what you think it is. You know what I'm saying?
Ken, with the National Letter of Intent, was that a guaranteed move?
You're talking, oh yeah, that's absolutely it was. When you signed the National Letter of Intent, it made you at least for your scholarship. It was basically they are already tax. They are already having tax issues. Yeah, they are. They already are with NIL. So now you're gonna compound NIL deals along with families, mothers and fathers. Please get financial advisors and go ahead and bring that on into the fold and make sure your kids got accountants and financial representatives that if you get that bag, it's cool. But TD, this next one gonna blow your mind, bro. I'm gonna come to you. Hold on just a second. So the House versus NCAA settlement will likely require other rule changes. We don't know what those other rule changes are gonna be, including but not limited to permitting athletes to receive payment before enrollment. They'll be able to get paid before they enroll, as well as applying the football. You know, it's gonna be somebody that's gonna freaking take the money and they're gonna report to school. But anyway, as well as applying the football red shirt rule, paying up to 30% of the 5th season to all sports. Basically, Brother Jordan Swiss Cultures says, here are some small details. No more signing day moments, but players can still make an announcement if they want. You can still announce that you committed. You can easily leave a school as a player. College coaches can easily get rid of players and verbal committed recruits quicker. You're an employee on a semester-to-semester evaluation now more than ever. And TD, just like Robert Saleh went over to the New York Jets facility today or yesterday, whatever day it was, they told him, bro, you ain't got no job no more, dog. You get what I'm saying? And they said that, listen, that the player can be sued for not showing up if they take that money. Listen, if they take that money and they receive that payment for enrollment, this is different, bro. Welcome to the real world, college athletes. But this is interesting, bro. This is an interesting thing. We'll give a little dialogue in relation to that. I dropped the link real quick if anybody got a quick comment. We're finna get ready to close this thing out. But hey, man, all I'm gonna say is this. I got a lot to say about that, but it's not gonna be tonight. My goodness. Yeah, I do. It's already that, but let me say this though. I'm curious to see just what all of that is going to apply to us, because there will be situations and scenarios, TD, where a player can be getting paid, can be on a contract with a university, and he don't perform well.
Yeah.
And guess what happens? You're on the hook to either, if you finish your own semester, you're on the hook to either finish your own semester out of pocket, with the money that you was paid up front, or you can go ahead and enter the transfer portal. And what may happen is that us at the smaller level should maintain the integrity of the systems that's currently in place with progressive caveats, right? Or with progressive variables that come with it. And then guess what, TD? You may have some players that say, look, I just want to go and I want to do this the regular way. You see what I'm saying? I try to get paid. I don't like that. Because now you're about to start. Now it's a job now. You miss practice now you're gonna get your financial your contract is gonna get void, my brother. Try to miss work, TD, tomorrow without calling in and telling you. Miss enough, even if it's excused, miss enough days and see what happens. But see, what was happening is that, with that national letter of intent, all this is that, listen, this is putting the power back in the hands of the school. You think they was gonna sit back and keep letting the players get all this money and then they basically no. It'll catch up eventually. They're going to come back with a plan that's going to put them back in the driver's seat on this thing, bro. There you go, brother Edwin. How you doing, man? The world is not what it used to be, and it won't be the same next year. That is a fact. We're changing right as we speak. Now, HBCUs, we can't sit on our hands and wait and be reactive. We got to start coming up with some type of strategy and some type of plan. TD, guess what's looking more attractive now? What I tell you, I want HBCU playoff, dog. Because we ain't finna play in this game that this new system that's being created. It's gonna damn near put not Jack State. It's gonna damn near put HBCUs in a place where they're gonna have to start cutting athletics. In order to could potentially, we hope it don't get to that point, but it's a lot of ramifications, and it's very hard to really give too much dialogue about it because we don't know what the other rule changes are going to be. And what's crazy, bro, is this just fell out the sky today. Just randomly on a Wednesday, you get a breaking news, no national letter of intent no more. It's like, huh?
I mean, Ken, I don't have much for that, bro. It's self-explanatory. I mean, it's really gonna boil down to a lot of stuff that we lack in this day and time, and that's more than values. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be it's gonna be a mess. It can be a mess because people gonna be doing stuff out of spite. They're gonna be lowering players just to get them from certain areas, knowing they're not gonna play. So I'm gonna always go back to my go-to when you can't go wrong with this. You make sure whoever the athlete is that you surround yourself with someone who loves and care about, what's important to you, not what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Someone's going to give you good, hard, sound, solid advice. Make sure you weigh all your options. Because you take in consideration the production that you give in that one school. You know what I'm saying? Once a different level, it may not be the same.
We know that there are a lot of young men that are in a position to get taken care of for quite a while because of their talents. That's the cream. Cream always rise to the top. Mm-hmm. That middle of the pack athlete. You get what I'm saying? It's a little different, man. It's a little different for what it looked like is coming down to. And you can have verbal agreements, but if the coaches easily can come back now. Guess what? They don't even have to let you out of your national. Listen to this, bro. There's an agreement. Yeah, you can get pulled out. Is it true that we no longer have Marino Castleman, Eddie Robinson at the table with NCAA to speak on our behalf and having some insight as to what's coming down the pipe? This is what I was saying earlier today. There needs to be some form of some type of HBCU Division I task force that are meeting with the NCAA. I hope we have representation at the NCAA at these meetings, man, and we're having these dialogue. Hell, it doesn't matter if the public get that information or not, TD. But wouldn't you think? Let me say it this way: wouldn't you like for there to be some form of MEAC, SWAC representation in some of these meetings where they can get that information and be able to come back and assimilate that to the member institutions of these conferences to know and the ADs to be able to have a plan in place because I don't think we're doing anything. I think we're just gonna stand pat and just continue to do what we do. And hope that it don't hit us in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the big collectives that are in place are going to be obsolete in a little bit because TD, they're going to have revenue sharing. You don't really need a collective when the school and then it's like the school is sharing revenue with you and they're paying you 20% of their budget. Come on now.
I mean, there's gonna be far and few between anyway. You know, it's like you always say, it's not. I mean, the players out there getting, as people say, the bag. You know, saying that you may think, but again, you know, you read it. It's self-explanatory.
Hey, this is Brother Willie said it's time to form the Black Colleges Athletic Association. Be a standalone. These young athletes are entering into a new world now. We're gonna see how it play out, man. It's a lot that we can dialogue to. We're not gonna try to. Well, hold on. Here go AJ. What's up, bro?
What's up, kid? TD, what's happening, fam?
AJ was popping, man.
Man, I just hopping on real quick. I know you about to end the live, but I want you to pay attention to how fast this happened right after that kid left. What was that school? The quarterback left.
UNLV.
Yeah, UNLV Sluka.
Yeah, that was immediate. See, the powers that be, as soon as something happened they don't like with this, boom. So you got the next session coming up for Congress, and bet your bottom dollar they're gonna have some congressional actions taken on the NILs, man. It's already there, but I'm telling you, NCAA ain't gonna be in control like we think they are. It's gonna be some Congress, some laws passed behind all this stuff, man. So, you know, we just gotta be ready, man.
What does being ready look like, though? Is the question. I think everybody. I understand like that. Everybody is feeling like, what does that even look like? What is that? What does it need to look like? Because I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not going for this pipe dream type stuff. I'm not. It's not happening. It's not going to be an HBCU Division I FBS Super Conference. That's not happening. I would love to be wrong, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be a SWAC MEAC merger.
Yeah.
Anytime soon, or any sorts. So
I like to say for Jackson State and what we're doing, what has begun over the last few years for us, I think we're ahead of the curve when it comes to making sure the kids that sign onto our program are taken care of, you know, as best as we can. So what it looks like is to continue that on a larger scale. What does that larger scale look like? Collective people coming together, you know, and just, I mean, a lot of people don't know about it. They hear about it, but the things you've been doing, Ken, talking to Alumni Association from, you know, coast to coast, I think that's an intricate part that sometimes, I mean, you just did it this year, but the more you continue to do it, the more the word spread. I mean, again, I can only focus on Jackson State. So I think we're ahead of the curve when it relates to that. Now, I'm not sure what other schools are doing, but
I don't think, I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that it's too many unknowns. It's too volatile. It's right now. And we're not in a position to get out in front of anything. So we're going to do what we usually always do.
Wait, sit on our hands.
We're going to watch and see what happens. And then we're going to basically create whatever adjustments that need to be made to find the quickest transition to that as we possibly can. I think that's what happens. I'm not going to say that conversations aren't being had amongst the HBCU presidents and the HBCU athletic directors across the Division I level. I'm not saying that that's not happening, because I'm pretty sure that may be the case. But I don't see much really coming from it other than because this is what I'll say, and I can say this, bro, because trust me when I tell you some of the answers, and I said this to someone earlier, the answers most of the time be right in front of you. You know, we every time somebody got on Twitter, TD, talking about, oh man, we're gonna have to bag the Brinks truck up to keep such and such so and so at JSU. I'm like, we got a collective that we're building right now. They go to link because I just think sometimes we just like talking. We do, and it don't really lead to no action though. You know what I'm saying? For some. And the reality of the matter is that you cannot wait until the change happens to start getting ready. You can't. If TD tell me he come to scoop me up, and when he pull up and I say, hold on, bro, let me jump in the shower, and he's like, dog, I thought you was ready already.
Yeah,
you
it's too late.
Like, bro, I'm finna pull off. Hey, man, I'm finna roll, bro.
Yeah, you left.
You see what I'm saying? So you that's kind of where we are with this thing, man. But I also feel like this is an opportunity to give some real serious thought to how you can grow your thing. Because let's be honest with something. I thought about something today that maybe most people haven't even thought about. When you start looking at mirroring a system in place, I got a cousin who was a first round draft pick, played in the NFL. The politics that comes with that. When you start,
you took the word I was going to talk about. Yep, politics,
money and contracts and all this and other stuff. What about the clauses, TD, that can lead to your termination and your I understand. Make sure you gotta get lawyers now. In order to get a lawyer to read all these damn agreements, that could cost money. I'm just saying, like the term DEI and all this other stuff, right? That pops up in the workforce, all the stuff that comes with stuff behind it. Here's another scenario, but you won't know what the other player is making because guess what? What if you find out later on that all the kids that don't look like you at this PWI are getting way more money on their financial aid and profit share type situation, and you realize that all the start other kids are getting paid a certain amount. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot that comes
that can happen. Yeah,
that can happen because we've dealt with this type of stuff in the workforce. You follow what I'm saying? And a lot of times you don't really get into the workforce until you are, I guess, in certain instances, emotionally matured or whatever. But now you have a lot of younger talent, and it can still be done at a successful level. I'm just saying, in relation to us and how we exist and what we do next, I just don't see.
Well, Ken, let me ask you a question, Ken.
Right.
So, for example, the things that we've been doing, because we say collective, people just, we know it's money. But like you said, it's the contractual side, and the kids not having to fulfill these contractual obligations to continue for said, funding or funds.
Okay.
So it's a lot of that goes into it too. So my question to you is, as a JSU alumni, what's the proponent? Do you change the verbiage now at an HBCU level, or does it stay like, okay, you've got to, get 5,000 yards, or you got to get 1,000-yard rushing, or like, how does that work?
Well, I'll say this is that from what,
because I know some is performance based, but I'm just.
Well, I think from what we saw from the revenue sharing aspect of this whole conversation, that was an FBS thing. I don't even think FCS schools are going to get into no revenue sharing part. That's the first thing. So because of that, a collective at an FCS level is dynamic still, because you still have a purpose for it and it still can be absolutely beneficial, right?
Right.
But when it comes to an agreement and a clause with a deal from a collective, you can make that deal look however you need to make it look. You put clauses in there to protect you because, like Brother Campbell just mentioned earlier, a lot of these collectives are taking a beating because they're not shucks, bro. They're not getting a lot of return on their investment. You mess around. We're fortunate to be in a position to where we have six brand ambassadors. I named their names: Jeremiah Williams, Cam McCoy, Jacoby Morgan, Kobe Paul, Isaiah Spencer. Who did I leave out? Irvin Mulligan. when you go to that whatchamacallit, everybody at HBCU is not gonna get NIL deals. It's already limited anyway. So the plentiful type scenarios is mainly at the PWIs with all this money and all this revenue coming in from all these various different things that's happening. So I think there still will be a lot of integrity in place. That's why everybody felt like the FCS system with the playoff system has always been better than the bowl. Remember that BCS bullcrap, the bowl championship series where the D1 FBS schools was competing for bowl games and all.
And left out.
Now they have a playoff system, which is more kind of realistically how football has been for us, especially with the NFL type situation. But back to your comment in relation to that, it could have all type. You can do a performance-based NIL deal if they agree to it. But if you're talking about, without saying a whole lot, if you're talking about being able to provide resources to a young man because you're signing them to the collective, there will be some language in there that would specify what's needed. But usually you have to keep in mind, those deals are usually geared towards a return on investment for that particular entity. For example, if it's a marketing deal, I need to make sure that you're marketing. If it's an events where you got appearances in places where you need to show up at, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There needs to be a visual return on investment. So those donors that are putting money into that pot in order to compensate these young men and young women, there needs to be some form of representation for what the entity is in place. Otherwise, it's just pay for play and nobody really, I mean, shit, they can give you money, but after a while, these folks want to, I don't know what all everybody does, but I could tell you some specific things that in some of the agreements that we've touched and we've seen, and it's, you know, we put in there, you know what I'm saying, anything related to like, if you quit the team, if you get kicked off the team, if you are academically ineligible, you know what I'm saying, you get arrested, those types of things you can put, that's language that protects you, that says we reserve the right to immediately null and void this agreement if any of these things happen. You follow what I'm saying? Therefore,
Right.
if it happens, the money stops instantaneously. That's just how that works. And you can't, and there's legal protections in place for you. Listen, this is just the new world we're in. We can either continue to just watch everybody else move and shake. I think our hands are being forced now, because this is something that we haven't seen. I don't know what this is going to look like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's going to finish in the end, because hell, I feel like they just took signing day away. What about 247? Well, you still can recruit, but it's just going to be like, okay, this particular player is signing. It's almost like it's going to be free agent signings in a sense. TD, you know how after the draft go off and everybody starts saying such sign a free agent deal with da 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 da. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's going to be a situation where it's already the wild, wild west. But as it relates to HBCUs in general, particularly Jackson State, again, man, I really feel like, and it's just a feeling, I know there's a lot of action, but I think with you leading the charge, things are going to be all right for us, man. I really feel like that.
There will be a trickle down. And here's the other thing, and I'll say this, and TD, you can get to come in. I promise you I'm done after this, AJ. Bo Money played it. There's somebody posted a clip of Bo Money. You remember when Coach Prime was there with us and Bo Money was talking about, bro, HBCUs were created for a reason. I think we have to sail to what made we are and why we are great the way that we are. That is a very, very, very marketable thing. The HBCU culture is very lucrative, bro. So when I say we need to be having collaborative conversations about progressive thought, it's not to form this HBCU super conference, because I don't think everybody can fit into that model. You see what I'm saying? But what you can do is start looking at what you have in place and seeing how you can redo it, renegotiate, or what have you. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, for example, something that we can do immediately is allow, well, that's more of a conversation. I've seen these conversations happen in quite other few places where you can go out and negotiate other ways to generate revenue from a marketing standpoint, with TV deals and stuff like that. But all I'm saying is that HBCU playoff, adding an extra game to the HBC, to the whatchamacallit, hell, you're getting segregated anyway. See, this is the mistake we make. We're sitting around here trying to play in a game and play in a yard TD that they don't want you in.
That's they don't.
Being told that, hey man, there's another goal over there at the two houses down the street. Yeah, once y'all go over there and play over there, and then when you walk out the yard, they close the gate, they lock the gate up, and then they go over there and they do what they do. We're not playing in the same game. And now they're really drawing a line in the sand, and they're changing the very infrastructure. Hell, for all we know, we don't know what this thing is going to look like. So we should be having conversations and real dialogue on how we can change things for the better in the space that we're currently in. And I'm telling you, it starts with Black unity, HBCU, HBCU collaboration. Not saying that it ain't already how I'm talking about from a business standpoint, and just a little bit more of an investment into what we got going on. Let's pour more into it. You follow what I'm saying? Let's do more. That's how I look at it. Create something that allows you. I love the governing body idea. I don't have all the ideas, but damn, how do you sit back and watch all of this and not think and shake and do something? Somebody need to be in the room getting some type of content, intel, and coming up with a plan. And maybe that's already happening. We got to get AD on soon to see if he some of his thoughts, man, on this.
Yeah.
But that's all we got for tonight. TD, you want to touch on any of that before we close? We done, bro.
I'm good.
I'm done, dog. I'm with
you. Hey, man, I appreciate it, big dog.
I appreciate you coming up, bro. We're going to pick this conversation back up on Friday, man. But we done for the night, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, thank you for the prayers. Continue to pray. My Dukes, man. We're going to be all right. We're going to be good, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Thank you. Hey, make sure you like the channel, subscribe to the channel, join the channel. Click the link in the chat, man. Find a level on the. We're talking about this. Look, we're already doing what we need to do to be able to have something to fight with. So guess what? I can promise you when the time comes at the end of this season, if we're hosting a Celebration Bowl trophy, there will be some players that may have some opportunities in other places. But guess what? You want to be ready to have a serious conversation about saying, hey, this is what we're looking to do to keep you in Jackson. And the way we do that and the way we start doing that is by continuing to grow the infrastructure that we're putting in place. We already are. We're not reactive over here. We're being proactive. We just need more people to stop looking at what we're doing as, oh, that's what Ken and them doing. No, we need the university. We need the athletic department. We need everybody to get behind what we're doing. And we're going to continue to push that until that happens so we can become real, true partners, man. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate y'all, man. Good night, baby.
All right, good night, man. Ken, prayers up, baby.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you so much. TD, I'll hit you up later.
All right, bro. Dogger Nation, good night. Later, AJ.
Later, man.
Hello, I'm Kevin Dent, Jackson State University, safety, Canton, Ohio. Today I'm being inducted to the Black College Hall of Fame. I want to give a shout out to KC-1400 Media Group for giving me this platform to introduce me to this stage. I'd like to thank them, thank Jackson State and Jackson State family. Go Tigers.
ShoutRx is bringing healthcare to you. With our mobile health team, we can come to your school, church, or business to take care of you. We offer childhood immunizations, COVID and flu vaccinations, physicals, and much more. Don't put your health off. Welcome to Care and Compassion. Welcome to ShoutRx.